It is really just that simple. Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Suck. We are a bit long overdue, but I am not very good with reunions, so I'd rather just get back into it. I'm here with everyone. Doom the Robot, Hexo. We're all back today. How are you guys?
I'm dead, actually. So,
I am also dead.
Neither of you are even bad anymore. You're just deceased.
Yeah, it went from horrible to deceased.
I consider this an upgrade for you.
Thanks.
It's better than horrible. It's just being in fucking entropy.
Oh, true.
It's really awkward because it's been so long since any of us have had any activity in any form other than this show. So as time goes on, it gets more and more difficult to sort of justify how we can continue being here while also being nowhere else at the same time. At least that's how I feel. And I just keep avoiding having to explain it. So please do not ask, where are you and what are you doing? Because it's personal. I don't know. I will never say no to
give me
doing
your
the show,
house
though.
address. Give me
No.
your work hours. Yeah.
I'll never say no to doing the show, though. It's the one thing I can't turn down. So as long as
I
I'm
want to address the
actually
booby
alive.
thing. It's booby. It's not like we never fucking like. It's not like we've never like talked to each other outside of the stream. It's
Why
just
don't you
like
speak to friend? Yeah, I hate you. Hate all of you. You fucking
Yeah, behind the
disgusting
scenes.
yeah,
people.
clearly just
Fucking
business
bitch.
relationship. I would never fucking look at you otherwise.
Like
Yeah, behind the scenes, Laser just
that's like
screams at
asking
everyone.
like
Director.
fucking like Top Gear, like Clarkson, Hammond, and May. Why don't you guys just speak as friends? Why not? You know. Why not? Why do?
Where's the Lambo Chevy?
No, not this
Me
shit
and Joe,
again.
we don't talk at all, ever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anyone who
definitely,
follows
yeah.
us, anyone who follows us knows that me and Joe,
lying.
we just don't talk to each other at all.
I will
Yeah,
say
we-
it's been a bit less than I expected, but otherwise, like, yeah, we still like acknowledge each other outside
Yeah.
of just like the singular show. It's kind of
I've
hard to
been-
like have the exact same like aligned interests that we do and just like never like
Well,
think.
we do talk like friends when we talk not in the show, but as of recent times, I have been a lot more absent and less frequently talking with them. But I reckon these two guys right here do keep in contact a lot more often than I do. I don't know. I keep tabs on what they be saying in our little group chat, but yeah, so we're always in contact. You know, we just don't regularly chat as much as we used to. But I think that's just the time right now, the current time, and I think that will pass eventually. You know, it won't be like this forever. I feel like I've said that before, but
Things change and
It will.
times change. That's all there is to it.
The past 3 years have just been like a built up fart in the inconstipation of the fucking human psyche.
God, don't even remind me, because before we started the show the other day, we did actually have a call like 2 days ago, and we were talking like, you know, what topics should we discuss in a suck after 8 fucking months? So much has happened. And then he started bringing up a couple of the things that have happened, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to bring that shit up again. Already all this stuff that's come past that I don't even want to talk about. Oh,
I would love to
it's
talk
like-
about all of it.
well, I thought that the best idea, because some of it might have lost so much relevancy that we're just so obsolete with what we're talking about, I felt like the best idea would just to leave it to the chat to bring up the things they want to hear us talk about the most, and then, you know, the most requested topics. I don't know if you already had some topics you definitely want to talk about, regardless of the chat, if you've got any. Because usually we cover like Doom and memes, but there's not really any Doom news, is there? Like Eternal
what, there
like,
is-
long
yeah.
since done.
I know there is one Doom thing, and this happened
yeah?
very recently. This happened like what, yesterday?
Oh.
So Doom World's having their like top like 100. I don't even know what it is. Like a top list of WADs, and it's all
Oh
like, user
yeah,
voted.
that community voted list on Doom World. That's right.
Yeah.
You can
Another
explain that
one?
better probably.
I think they do it like every year or something. But I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't typically follow the stuff that goes on. But
Mm-hmm.
I found out the other day that Plutonia 7 itself is actually beaten. It's like, I think it's in like 117th place, and it's beating.
Oh my God.
It's beaten an
Dude,
Iwan.
everyone vote.
It's beaten a Rubik's Wad.
Oh my god.
And
Wow.
That was fucking wild to witness too. just to clarify, it's not like an IWAD like fucking Final Doom. It's like an
Yeah,
IWAD like
it's like it's
Harmony.
for anyone wondering, it was Harmony made by one guy. I think he made a couple of other WADs. I think he made Revolution. I think.
So if
Thunder
any of
Golden,
you
yeah, he
have
made
the
a lot of
ability to
shit
vote,
actually.
if any of you have the ability to like vote for the go and vote for Plutonia 7 and help boost it up those ranks, is that what you do? I don't know what you even fucking do it. I never.
I said in my
think-
server that like if Plutonia 7 beat the original Plutonia, I'm just quitting Doom. Like there's no fucking way, but if it happens,
I honestly think it's literally just
forward.
if you have a Doom World account, you can vote for whatever the fuck you want.
Mhm.
Oh shit, I can too because I've got a Doom World account. Shit, I just need to do it. I'll vote for it.
Yeah, well, that would require
mean,
you
I
having a
played it.
public presence. So
I played it and I really enjoyed it, and I thought, yeah, it's one of those modern joke wads that I've been kind of missing for years. I feel like there's just not enough like that in all the, piles of shit that you get, just simple troll things and Terry this and crap that. It's rare to find a wad that is full of humor and satire and just really retarded bullshit, but is actually genuinely funny and interesting and memorable to play through, and that fit the bill for all of that. And I think it deserves that recognition, even if it is intentionally awful. But it did it in such a great way that it's a genuinely great joke wad. So yeah.
I think like when people think joke wad, they immediately jump to something like Mach 2, which is like purposely
So do
unplayable
I.
and like fucking like
Well,
middle school sketchbook shitty, like on purpose to like get a laugh out of that way.
I have fond memories of Mach 2. There's a lot of maps in there that are just funny. They're not impossible to beat. Some of them are very much possible, but they're just over the top and stupid. But I
Yeah,
feel
exactly. What I remember from
Plutonia
Plutonia
7 is-
7 from playing that is like every map was kind of like made with some kind of intelligent basis, even if it was just buried under like a ton of fucking feces.
I would
occasionally.
attribute that to. I would attribute that to good mapping skills.
I appreciate the
Yeah.
kind words. It's so funny to me because like I did that like as like a one-off thing. Like I didn't think at any point in time I would still be even talking about it. It's like it's just something
that's how it
that
always
just kinda
goes,
came
isn't
up.
it?
Yeah. It just sort of came up and went and left, and the
Every
fact that you're still
fucking-
talking about it, and the fact that it's still on this list to begin with, it just blows my fucking mind. It's
The
crazy.
fact that it's like one hit wonder songs and other games that become massive hits like this and stories. They every time people say it, when the creators, they always say, "Oh, I never thought it would." I just didn't think anything of it at the time. Well, this is yours. This is your moment. You're going to be fucking
All the
well known
fucking
for
things.
years to come for this one stupid wad.
all
And you'll
the
never be able to
fucking
get it
things.
off your legacy.
I can't believe it. Oh man,
How's it feel?
awful.
Yeah. Well, you made it.
We're back below dead again.
We're back.
Yeah.
When I make Plutonia 8, I'll be fucking dead then. Oh man. Yeah,
So
I
we're
don't
fucking
even-
like
I don't even-
quantum threading to take over and like the mapping scene, and we just make fucking
No,
18 Plutonias come out simultaneously.
It's completely take over the whole
I-
thing. Every year, everyone's just waiting for a new Plutonia, for Doom the Robot to drop the next big hit.
And that's the funny thing too. Everyone, there is a group of people out there that's like expecting something every year now because I released TNT Revolution this year, and now it's just like I don't know if I can do another one every year. It's got and back to the thing where like that was like my one big thing, and everyone's gonna be talking about for a long time. It's like I always said like after everything I made, like especially with like Twitch HQ2, like oh there's gonna be this one thing I'm gonna make and I'm never going to top it, and I make Plutonia 7 and it's like oh great, I topped it.
Oh, great. I think
So
that's a
it's
good
just
way to
kinda
look at
surreal
work,
to me.
though. Is like
Yeah.
you have the idea of like I probably won't top this, and then have like the skill to go past it, which I'm not sure. It's really kind of hard to compare like something like based in Z Doom to like remember Plutonia 7 being like boom
Yeah.
restricted. Those are
I
like
think
two
that's-
very
I think that's
hard
another
things to
thing
like
that,
apple to
kinda-
oranges and all.
Yeah, I think that's also another thing that kind of made Plutonia 7 stand out a lot more. A lot of the cool, fancy stuff that you see in it is all just boom stuff. Like most of it can be achieved in Zetum very easily. It's just that in Boom, it's a lot trickier, and I think it's much more impressive that way. A lot of the stuff we did in some of the maps in there. So,
Yeah, I guess so.
Good job.
I think it's another thing.
You did a big shit. Good job. Well done. And it was very successful. And we enjoyed laughing
Very
at it.
awful.
I'm just remembering the fucking all the DTR boss fights in Twitch HQ now. There's no good way to, I think, make that shit in like anything boom compatible.
We got a couple of questions in the chat, so let's start with the first one.
Oh,
And he
boy.
says,
My suck
Hexa,
today? This is the most I've
Hexa-
talked in years.
he says, Hexa, could you make me a sandwich? No.
No.
Moobsy asked, what's your motivation for mapping, John? If you want to go into more detail on that.
I honestly don't know. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you. Like I've never.
Well,
had,
that's
like,
it then.
Good answer.
I can't tell you.
My brain it makes shapes. That's it. There you go. No, but a realistic answer is like I don't honestly know. Like it just kind of I don't usually like take direct inspiration from something unless I absolutely am for that particular map. It's just like I don't know. I've never been like the one to like. I always wanted to create something that's just something I want to make.
Well, what are you?
It sounds really pompous of me, but like it's just like, oh, I'm gonna make this thing
Uh-huh.
now, and there it is. It exists.
What are you thinking about when you're like making mapping? Like, I think I'm trying to find a good way to put this. I see like the fucking like Eric Alm style of like beveling whenever I'm looking at like shit that you make like stairs in Twitch HQ2 or like
Oh,
outdoor
yeah,
sections. Like, I'm not saying like you are going to be Eric Alm. I think that's
If I was, oh yeah,
that'd be fucking wild. But like,
So
I see it. I think like that kind of inspiration kind of bleeds through because like I think it's in everyone. But I'm just wondering like when you have like an idea, like what are you like? Do you have like a basis for it at like any point outside
it's
of
funny
like
because like
thematic?
typically most do mappers that I see, like all the big ones, they always do like this thing where like they draw like a map layout. Like this is just like how most people do it. Like they always draw like a map layout on like a
Like
paper.
homeless people do it? What the fuck did you say?
No, I said like most mappers how they usually do
I
it.
thought you said like homeless people do it.
Yeah, homeless
Oh.
people can't do mapping. They have to draw it on a piece of paper because they ain't got
Just on a
access to a
laptop.
computer.
No, they just steal someone's laptop and
Just
just
go to a computer lab.
Yeah.
I'm in a public university. I'm sure any fucking homeless guy could just follow a student in after they swipe in and just sit in the computer lab and just make a
Sounds a
Doom
bit
map if they
creepy.
really wanted to.
He said that from experience.
Yeah.
Doom modding is very
What-
big in the homeless scene.
I've loved those fucking times when I was a homeless guy following students in so I could go into the fucking
Hey, hang
computer
on,
and make Doom
that hasn't
Fucking
maps.
homeless
happened yet.
people just-
We did the wheel.
Oh my god.
We did the fucking
Yeah,
wheel.
oh, wait.
Look at-
I forgot about that. Oh my god.
We
That's
did
yet
it.
to happen.
What's your
But
homeless
anyways.
mapping experience?
But anyways, yeah. Yeah, most people draw like a layout on like a piece of paper or something like that. But like I always thought like isn't that essentially the same thing on like the Doom Builder layout?
You might
Like, I
find
don't
it
know.
easier to just draw with pen and paper with the hand than have to do it in the
You get,
program.
like, you're doing
Yeah.
it again. Like I never understood that.
I don't know. People like. I think it's quicker to just use like a pencil and draw out like actually what you
Yeah,
want.
you could just like
If
sketch
you,
it quickly.
Yeah, and if you fuck it up, it's
Whereas
not like
in
you
the
have
builder,
to delete a whole bunch or like backspace through a whole
Yeah,
bunch.
in the
Just flip
builder you
over
have to
paper.
make all the walls and everything. You have to like
Yeah.
make
But
the
the
whole thing.
advantage
So.
of using the Doom Builder is that you can always just make like sections of the map, like just like let's say like you wanted to make a section, but you want to make different variants of it, so you can try them all out once, and then whichever one you like the most, you can just place it in there and move it into the spot you want it to.
Yeah.
Where like as obviously with pen and paper, you just like you can just draw it, but like you still have to make it in the
I
first
think you can
place. so,
you can
yeah.
still just make sections with pen and paper, but like it's kind of harder to connect them if you're like not abstracting it out pretty hard.
Yeah.
I've never been able to like. I've never been able to fucking plan when I'm mapping. Like when I did like
Yeah, that's the thing.
My
That's the
jet
thing. I've
maps,
never done that.
I've never been able to just plan them out. I just kind of had to. I draw like a general setting and then kind of go with the flow as how to like how to
That's
expand
exactly
on
how
it.
I map. Like that's kind of exactly how I was trying to say earlier. Whenever it's like how is it done? Like I just kind of do it. Like something that I struggled with really early on is that I'm kind of a weird perfectionist. where like if I look at something, if I make something, and I look at it, I'm like, oh no, that doesn't work. Doesn't look right. So I end up like polishing it or just like doing it over and over and over to the point where like I just spend so much fucking time on it that nothing ever gets done. And slowly I realized that
I
I
know how
just need
that
to
feels.
stop fucking around and just kind of just do it. And if it works, it works.
Like a settlement.
Compromise.
I,
Yeah,
that's something I've really struggled with, especially back in the day. And it's funny because like Twitch HQ2 and Plutonium 7, those were like the first things I've ever really done that had like a set deadline. So I had to have this stuff finished like at a certain point in time. So it was like I couldn't even make that choice of sitting around and not fucking around with it. It just kind of had to happen, and that kind of made me slowly realize that like, oh, this worked a lot better than I thought it would, and that's kind of why like, but yeah, that's one of the things I definitely struggled with when I first started mapping. I'm putting that out there.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think finding compromise with what you're making is like pretty is a pretty good thing to know when you're like in a creative process. Like eventually you're just kind of realize like you have a stopping point and you're just like, yeah, this is fine. This is like this encompasses the points I was trying to make.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fucking cicadas are so loud. I'm gonna fucking kill all of them.
Anyways, Doom mapping sucks. I hate
I
Doom.
laugh, it's not funny.
I'm gonna uninstall it. Even though it exists everywhere.
Yeah, I hate Doom. I'm gonna kill Doom.
Oh man.
I've had a fucking good time making jam maps. I think I've learned a bit about just balancing it out.
Good
just
question
the-
for you here.
Yeah.
Good question for you here, Laser. How do mapping and video making differ? So Booperty wants you to like compare like making videos, making maps. Like what? How does it?
That's a great question. I'm trying to think of how like the layers go in because if you're making a video, usually you have like a script for it first, and then you're gonna work on the timeline and then the effects, and then just how you're polishing it up, which is kind of the same as how mapping goes. You have like the layout, and then you have thing placement, and then you like have to work on how you're gonna expand on that. I'd say the biggest difference is really just what you're trying to like say to your audience. I think like in general, there's like a difference between video making, which is mostly just trying to keep people engaged. Trying to keep people engaged with like what you're talking about, whereas with video games, like in general, that is already kind of solved by the gameplay itself. Especially if you're like Doom mapping, where like Doom is one of the most solid fucking core gameplay like loops in all of existence. So that pretty much solves itself, and you're just trying to work on how you can like synergize with that and make like something that works very well with it, which is essentially like just a map that promotes what all those mechanics are trying to do. With videos, you're pretty much like free form, just what the fuck ever you want. People will pretty much accept it at any length, which is funny because I remember my first like video like editing class I've had here. My first project was to make like something abstract as fuck, like just take video footage and fuck it up royally. And I remember like
I know that.
YTP Sexer.
I should have just made
Sounds
YTP
familiar.
section. That would have been so fucking funny. But I remember like you know like the video of like the black guy with the I don't know what the fucking thing they tie around their head's called. It's like a bandana, but they like, tie around their head. He just like he's like backing up and he goes like oh, and then he fucking starts like popping and locking to like some fucking music.
Oh yeah.
You know the fucking that video.
His phone is like going back around, and he like screams, and he like gets back, and he starts doing a boogie dance.
Yeah, that shit.
What?
Yeah, that
Like
one.
that.
It's that fucking video. I remember like taking that and like fucking chroma keying like 80% of the visuals out of it and putting it in the fucking in my project, and I got like a fucking A on it.
Hey, what are they teaching them in these schools these days? That's all you got to do is just stick a black guy dancing on a fucking background. You get an A.
There was more to it. There was more to it. There was some fucking audio distortion. I tried to like just play with shit that was a bit malevolent, which I found myself doing in a lot of projects actually, like lighting or videos or fucking. Where did I realize it? Like audio. A lot of my shit that I make is just kind of malevolent. And I don't like that. I want to present myself like a little bit nicer than that, but everything I do artistically comes out just kind of depressing. I need to stop that shit.
That's how I feel. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this big thing, and everyone's gonna look at me like a fucking artist. For 27.
If I have it after the stream, I'll post it in the server. I'll put it in the little leaks the same way I did. That same video project that I had like a while back was in that same class.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh yeah, the other one you did. I forgot about that.
That was like more so like of trying to intermingle like artsy shit with storytelling. And I think it kind of worked, but it worked enough for like my professor to be kind of impressed, and we kind of have like a relationship still going on like a professional. So I must have been okay at it.
I remember like
I might still have it. I don't know if I fucking wiped my entire fucking drive of school shit when I was done with it. I'm just gonna look through file names. I'm not gonna play anything right now because it's gonna fucking play on stream and I'm gonna shit myself.
It's gonna play a bunch of random video.
Yeah.
Oh, I dread to think.
Like I remember I used to have like a lot of like tech class. Like I had like a fucking Photoshop class and like a video editing class and a digital media class. And I remember in every single one of them, each one had like a different teacher, and they always like. Because I grew up in like a school with like a bunch of country boys, and I live in a city.
How do you dang Photoshop? I can just imagine it now.
Everyone like always looked up to me, and I didn't know shit about any of these programs, but the teachers always looked at me like, "Oh yeah, you're the one who knows how to do this shit." I remember one time, I had like Photoshop. Yeah, I had a Photoshop like a picture of like a parrot or something. I don't fucking remember.
You have a relationship with your professor? Microaggression emoji? Yeah, it's what they fucking call it when you're fucking friends with somebody. It's a relationship.
Oh, here we go. Mini rant. The definition of relationship.
They call it, like every fucking like everything they say like in universities is like you have a relationship with someone because you are like relating to them with your work.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
I used to be really good friends with my
literally good
English teacher. He used to call me the smartest kid in the whole school for some reason.
Is that the one who was like a butt buddy?
No.
That is definitely more than a relationship.
Not that one.
Not with you. He's just a butt buddy.
Oh yeah, no, he's working as a principal in the elementary school now. I don't think he want to get it. Anyways, yeah. No, like I had an English teacher, and so we did like every semester, whenever we do like an English course, they make us do this like literacy test or whatever, and it does like this grade scale, like you have like below average, and you have like the median, and then there's above average. I was the only kid in my English 4 class to get above average, and so he kind of looked at me like, "Oh yeah, you're fucking smart." And I remember I was getting a sub at a food place at a market once, and I saw him with his kid, and he came up to me and he looked down to his kid and he pointed at me. He's like, "Hey, look, it's that smart kid." That I took that to heart. I took that shit to heart. I don't care what anyone says. That felt good.
Good job, bro.
Anyway, yeah, it was just me bragging about my intelligence when it's complete opposite, but you know.
Just to continue hype fostering, I found my abstract project, on my fucking cloud drive. I will upload it after the stream in my Discord. If you're not in the Discord, the link's in my channel information.
I actually have to see this.
Yeah, you'll see it after.
After
we're done here. Yeah, I'm not playing it like right here. I'm gonna. It's a little special.
It sounds special because just thinking about it is cracking me up.
Special ed, yeah. I have to like. I'm sure I'm gonna have to point out when he starts dancing because like the amount of like color filters and like just effects I've put on that shit to get like that passing grade. You can't even fucking recognize him until I point it out like very significantly. And I did just so much like wacky shit in that fucking video too.
Question's been redirected to you now as well, John. Like, how do you feel about video making versus mapping? How do they compare? If you've got anything to add, or
video making is a nightmare for me. Because like the thing is, I'm not a video editor of any kind, right? Like I slowly figured it out over the years. But if you've asked me that like 4 years ago, I would have just told you I just slammed the fuck out of my keyboard and it somehow works. Like it comes together. Like you guys remember the fucking what is it Gmod's Idiot Box? And there's that one intro, one of them where the creator like slams his head on his keyboard and he makes the next entry. That's kind of how I make my fucking videos. Like 4 years ago, I should just kind of just cobble together.
I'm gonna be constructive here, and I say this like being like your friend. You still have Movie Studio Platinum, right?
I do.
Or-
Like
yeah.
I do. It's funny because everyone I knew at the time would always just pirate their fucking Sony Vegas, and there's me being
get Pro.
innocent. Me
Yeah.
being innocent, just like buying the fucking thing, and I bought.
That's
Fucking
what I
Movie
did
Studio.
in the very, very beginning. I did the same thing, but that was a long time ago.
Nice
You
detail
haven't
for
already
court.
done it.
Fucking.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like you are the man with like the donkey, like carrying like his basket of wheat like over to the market, and you're looking like across the horizon, and you're seeing the fucking Amazon fulfillment center, and you're saying, "Wow, I suck at this."
What?
I don't get it. I
You,
don't
are,
what
fu-
analogy
you
pulled out of his
have
arse.
limited yourself in that sense to where it makes it more
Laser.
difficult to where you have
Laser.
to slam on the keyboard.
Laser, you really put the anal in analogy.
The
With that?
fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, I know. That's what we're saying.
What does that have to do with ass? Oh.
Because you pulled it out of your ass.
Are you my teacher? You're my butt.
I know your butt buddy.
Your butt buddy, the relationship.
Oh man.
It's such a fucking easy comparison.
No, I am.
Your technology
it's
sucks.
But
Okay.
but back to the main point. But with mapping though, I feel like I've had a lot more experience with that because I've been like dabbling in that shit like off and on since like fucking what like 2011. Even though I never really released anything back then, thank God.
And the thing is, like, you have like a lot of just a lot more experience in general than I would, in that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I didn't have like a copy of Vegas till I was like 2014, 2015. When I was like 15 or 16.
I don't even remember when I bought my copy. To be honest, it's
I
so
was-
old. That it's like the original like movie studio that I bought because I bought it on Steam. It's not even on the store page anymore. It's delisted.
Wonderful.
Oh, you bought a digital version, huh? Wow. Okay, that's not quite as lame as my origin story, but yeah.
What do you mean lame? How lame could it be? Like,
Well,
acquiring
buying the
software?
physical box with a CD installation
fucking-
disc on
Oh.
it. Yeah, that's where I started.
I did that shit too. I bought like an academic version actually
Oh,
because it was,
okay. You
like,
you win. You win.
it was fucking like 4 times cheaper. Is the thing.
It was cheap, yeah, but there's a reason for that. But
So
it could
there's-
be even cheaper.
I just bought it for like
Stealing,
20
yeah,
bucks
fucking-
one time on Steam. That's all I did.
Dude, everyone learns at some point that like you shouldn't be giving these people who make video editing software money. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Fucking steal Adobe products whenever you can. It's morally correct.
yeah.
Blah blah blah. You get it.
Yeah, but thinking about John's point, saying he said that video making is a nightmare and mapping he's more comfortable with. I feel the exact opposite. Like it's the complete opposite way around for me. I haven't said a word about mapping in my experience till this point because I haven't really done that much. But the little I did, absolute nightmare. I never want to do mapping ever. Fuck that. When you said perfectionist, you have no idea. Forget redoing the same bit over and over. I wouldn't be able to do a map because I would be spending hours just figuring out what texture to use on one wall and how to align it forever. And to do a whole map,
That also like comes into play
Never.
when like into video editing as well because that side of me comes in and it makes it even fucking worse. Oh my
Well,
God.
I tried to think about that while you was talking. That's why I didn't say anything at the time. I was thinking, wait, why doesn't this apply to me with video editing too? And well, it does because I have got that perfectionism to a bit. But with video editing, I find it's a little bit easier than mapping because with mapping, I never had a solid idea of exactly what details I want. I know, like roughly what rooms and what layout you want, but even still, it goes right down to the smallest detail. and I just can't. There's just too many possibilities to work with. Hundreds of textures, hundreds of ways you could position it. It would just take me forever to do anything. It's a nightmare. And with
Okay, well,
video
here's the
editing,
thing.
I feel like it's a little bit less. It's like it's a lot more solid in the
I don't know
timeline.
about a little bit less. I'm gonna say like how do you decide like your edits?
No,
Then? Like,
I'm saying
you have,
like
you have a
when
lot
you,
more history with like YouTube poops and such.
yeah,
Like, how
when
do you
you
decide on
make
your
the
edits?
jokes, it depends though. If you because my style isn't obviously is not as massively edit heavy as some other people who make like shitloads of stuff on the screen and that. But in my aspect, in my experience, I feel like it's easier than mapping because when you've got the timeline up and you're thinking of a joke you want to do or like what you want to portray on the screen, I think of like what I want to see. If I was watching the video in the future, what do I want to see playing out on the screen there? And you just make that. And so there's only so many ways you can do exactly what you want to do. You're trying to perfect the timing and the delivery of the joke. But in terms of like what assets you want on the screen or how long you want it to play for or such and so forth, crossfading, there's only a few set like frames you can snap that to, so it's not as unlimited in detail possibilities for me as mapping is. It's just too much choice. Whereas with editing, yeah, there's infinite choice of like what source you want to use or what jokes you can do, but once you get the jokes in your head of what you want to make, it becomes quite clear to me how you want to do it. So it's a lot easier to construct that and to just sort of tweak it later on maybe. And you just play it back and watch how it plays out. And if it plays kind of funny and it's all right, then yeah, that works. Sure, move on to the next joke. It just feels a lot easier. So, I mean, this could obviously be because, you know, like the opposite of John, I've been doing the video editing stuff for, well, almost 10 years now, like 9 years. So I've got a lot of experience in Vegas and doing that sort of thing. So I'm very, very comfortable with it. Whereas mapping,
Yeah.
not at all. But I never even want to try anymore after what I've experienced. Fuck that.
Dude, I
So
really I still
yeah.
think there's like what you're describing like with your video editing, having like like time frames for jokes and stuff. I feel like that translates into mapping if you're just trying to make like separate rooms and just connect them together somehow. I think that it's not quite one to one because you do have that like player responsibility to where you're like,
within
you
the
have to be-
room. Yeah, within the room, you have to like decide the texture and aligning it up and exactly how you want the room to look in every little space of it. It's just too much. Can't do it. Whereas a joke could be simple. It could just be put this thing on the screen for 3 seconds or 5 frames or whatever. You know.
Well, surely you've made like a
Actually, it's
compromise for like one of those jokes before. Surely you've
Oh,
like,
sure, no doubt. There must have been, yeah, compromises here and there, but nothing like anything I'd end up doing with mapping. But again, I just wanted to clarify that could obviously be attributed to the fact that I'm very well versed with doing editing jokes in instead of mapping. So my experience might be a complete bias here. So, but that's just how I feel. It's like the total
Which is
opposite.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I always struggle with when it came to video editing, and this is like a completely different like field because obviously you make YouTube poops and stuff, but most of my videos are just stupid, funny gaming videos. But I always struggle like
I've
trying
done
to.
that as well.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. But like most of my struggles are like, oh, I don't want my video to be like half an hour long, but I want all the
Oh.
funniest stuff in it and condense it as much as I can. But I want to show off as much as I can. At the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like,
We've all been there.
that's always been the worst for me because
Just give
it
up.
always it always ends up being longer than it always has to be. And it's
The
just
easy way out of that is just to assert yourself as a long form content guy. Like people expect
Yeah.
half an hour, 40 odd minute videos from me when I do my shit. So that's just how you're gonna have to. If it keeps happening, then you should just establish that as how you always do it. Because if you can't condense it, don't sacrifice good content. You know,
yeah.
if you watch it back a few
That's
times.
exactly the point. It's just like it's like if I cut it down so much, then what's even the point of watching the video? Because you don't understand what's happening because it cuts so much, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna address a couple things in chat first.
Yeah.
Man, I am totally fucking sorry that your like hard drive is like shitting or whatever's happening right now. That must be like awful. I imagine there's recovery tools, but like good luck with handling that.
Back up your
Boopy's
shit.
question about
Always back up your shit on external hard drives. Back up all your stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
probably
that's
too
the
late
nagging,
saying
that's the
that,
nagging
but-
mom question. That's the nagging
Yeah.
mom answer. But like yeah, just like if you have like recovery software or something like that, I really hope you can work that out. But as to like Boopity's like question about like games and videos inherently like being made for an audience, like how we do it, I'd say
Yeah.
I started watching fucking what's it called, the fucking Vsauce show like not mind fuck, Minefield.
He's Minefield. I binged that years ago when it was like free.
Yeah, I just started watching that shit.
It wasn't. Whoops.
I just started watching that shit like a couple of days ago. I watched the one where he like locks himself in white space or what the fuck ever.
That's like the first one. That was the free episode that like promoted the show. Yeah, that's one of the best ones.
The thing is just like that idea of like humans craving like interaction or just responses from other people. That broadcasts itself into so much other shit. So yeah, I feel like if you're making something at some point you want someone else to see it. Otherwise, I still feel like it just kind of feels like wasted energy if you're just going to lock it away and just introspect on it yourself without any kind of outside stimuli.
To answer this question, if it wasn't inherently made for an audience, then why would you ever put the videos onto a YouTube channel? You would just keep it on your documents on your computer and you would never upload it anywhere. The whole act of uploading it to something is with the intent of someone else other than yourself to see it, right? So, I mean, even still, but even before
it's the whole point of the
platform.
platform. It's like if they think about it traditionally, you're just rising above like the general like awareness, so people can like look at it.
He means more like, is the audience supporting part of the process? So he means like when you make it, are you making it more like motivation wise? You're making it more for yourself or for the audience? And I feel like that changes over time. Depends on how much passion you've got into doing it, like from the beginning. Because I feel like in the beginning, there's a strong sense of one and then it turns into another, especially if you start to get a little bit bored of it or want to do something else. When you first start your channel and you're all excited and motivated to do shit, it is definitely for yourself first because you want to have fun making these funny videos, and putting it out and getting the audience reaction is a bonus, like an extra side effect, a benefit. And then over time, when you get really comfortable with being semi-well known in your little community or whatever, or getting your viewers and they come to expect certain things of you, yeah, you get comfortable in that position, and then you start doing it kind of for that audience as well. From little things to like putting a bit of text in sometimes to address the audience in little messages, to point out stuff, little in-jokes, little things that you know the audience are going to like more than other things, just things like that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it grows over time, especially as you get more popular as well.
Like not having the audience at all be a part of like what you're making is I wouldn't say like not callous, but like I wouldn't call it quite oblivious to like your purpose is like to uploading shit, because at some point like you see like channels like they're not all over the place. They're usually like themed around something. Like Maxor like hyper edits all his shit around like high intensity like action video games because that's what his people are watching right now. Fucking How To Basic has like all of his videos of just like destroying shit with manic like nose noises or whatever. I literally haven't
heard anyone mention that guy in like 5 years.
Is he still making videos? I haven't watched. Like,
I don't know, but it's funny how you brought him up after all this time. The last thing I saw from him was the face reveal video, which was an epic.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fucking awesome.
Dude, I was fully ready to believe it when he got the fucking "Hey, Vsauce." I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to believe this. I would see this as real. This is believable."
I'm just thinking of very highly specialized content that is obviously made like to build a brand or something, which I'm not saying everyone has to do or everyone does do. I just think if you are uploading like a consistent stream of videos, they're genuinely going to be about like the same thing, which I think is partially played into like what your audience is and how you want to interact with them. I would probably have a lot more to say on that if I had time to like write it down, but that's pretty much what I think. It's really hard to like use YouTube.
Dislike. Yeah.
Fuck you.
What? What did he say?
I said video sucks. Dislike. I go to bed.
Video sucks. I go to bed. Doesn't make any fucking sense in this context.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't
Fuck you.
Okay. Well, anyway, enough of that shit. So, what do you guys want in the chat? Do you have any significant topics that you want us to cover that have happened in the last 8 months? Because we've got a bit of catching up to do, I think. I'm not going to ask these guys because I know what they're going to say.
I'm reading the fucking like the pseudonym shit I actually know from It's not quite to that extent as to what you're talking about, but the fucking you know the guy who made penis music, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was
same,
ages ago.
That same guy
Oh no, the person. I thought you meant the meme. Oh my
no,
god,
the
no,
fucking
not this
guy.
shit. Yeah. I
Penis
know.
music, Rainbow Tylenol,
Made
fucking
everything,
yeah, made literally
everything, made
everything,
All these
everything.
tracks.
literally
Intensive care
everything.
unit,
Time Tripper.
fucking
It's incredible,
yeah,
actually.
all of them.
It's
It's really incredible.
Yeah.
yeah,
So it
and
turns out,
most of those were under a fucking different pseudonym for some reason. I don't know.
yeah, a whole like
Because it's a
universe of
character,
like
yeah.
furry stuff. It's crazy though because it blew my mind when I found out the person. Not only was it the same person, because I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it was. I thought it was all different furries making different music, and it's like, oh no, it's just one person
Mm-hmm.
making all the Kitsune Arrow 2 shits, Renard, however the fuck you say the shit, and all the, and penis music. What was the name of that one? I can't remember the artist. I don't know.
I don't
But they're
know.
all the same person, and that already blew my mind. But then a double whammy was that same fucking person then started doing Doom modding. That was when I found out. It was like John was telling me. This was like a year or two ago. I can't even remember now. It
Oh
was a while back.
yeah.
You
It
told
was
me,
the
oh hey, that's
first
that
Doom
person. I was
mod.
like, what?
That
I'm
was
still.
their first Doom mod, and it's. I honestly love Time Tripper. It looks so good, so good.
I was here trying to fucking grasp the fact that it was the same person who made all them different songs, let alone the fucking Doom. It's wild because for me personally, it's wild because some of those songs I remember from fucking years back because of like YouTube poopers used to use those quite a few of them songs a lot because there's a lot of association with poopers and furries at least back then in like 2012 or whenever the fuck it was. They used to use and YTPMVs used to use like Rainbow Tylenol shit a lot. So I used to that's how I knew about all of those songs from YouTube poops and the communities I was in. That's how I knew all of that shit in the first place. And then fast forward all them years, I'm in a totally different like world and community, and here comes along some person making this crazy mod, and it turns out to be the same fucking person who made those songs, and it was all the same person the whole time. It's like, how much shit can one person do in their like 3 decades of life or however long it was? Oh, it was mind blowing. Just going back and finding out like this person was the unmasking it. It was the same person the whole time. Yeah. Neil Ciceriga, exactly. It's like that because I had the same kind of that's kind of maybe not as mind blowing, but I had the same kind of revelation about that Neil dude because he made a bunch of really old videos I remembered from fucking ages ago, and I didn't even know it was him. And then he also turned out to be the guy who made a bunch of other like viral shit and songs as well. He made, correct me if I'm wrong, but Neil Ciceriga made he made Brody Quest. He made the Potter Puppet Pals fucking ticking noise shit.
He made fucking Potter Puppet Pals?
Yes, and
Are you fucking for real?
you guys won't know these videos, but he made like a bunch of really weird videos back in like 2006 or some shit that I remember seeing on I mentioned this in a suck ages ago, but it was like a kids TV show in the UK that had a dude playing old clips from like BBC and internet meme videos and shit like, but this is from like 2006, like old internet videos. And some of those videos showed in the kids show was from Neil's channel from the time, and I knew those videos from that show. Years later, I go on back on YouTube, find out he was the one who fucking made half of them. It's mind blowing. God, it's so weird. But yeah, Neil and this furry person who made the Doom mod and everything turns out they made everything. Maybe one day I'll make enough stuff where people might have the same mind-blowing reaction to me. Like 10 years later, they'll find out I was the guy who made all those YouTube hoops on that one channel and then all the gameplay stuff on the other channel. Maybe we'll get our own one day. I don't know. But that is crazy. One person can do so much in like, what, 10 years?
Yeah, so in other words, yeah, you gotta be furry. Yeah, totally.
No!
Fuck it.
You don't have to qualify.
God,
is Neil a
fuck it.
furry? I don't know. Is he?
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
You fucked a truck. Who cares?
Yeah, sorry, there's a motorcycle outside the window. Anyways, what?
Hexer, you're a furry person. I'm not a furry person, okay? In both senses of the word. I've got a bit of body hair, not a lot, okay? So I'm
You
not
didn't even
furry
you
in
didn't
the
shoot
literal-
at the right member. I'm clearly the furry person.
Yeah, he's got more fur than the rest of us.
Only in the literal definition and nowhere in the societal implication that's fucking damning of the soul.
What?
Who is the most furry of the three of us? Cast
Yeah,
your votes in the
I
chat below.
wonder. I really wonder.
Uh,
I really wonder.
Who is the most furry? Who is the most weeb? Who is the most Kuma? Who is the most degenerate? Hang on, wait a minute. I'm going to win too many of these.
Google form.
All right, yeah. All right, no, get the wheel. Get the wheel right now. Get
The wheel.
No, not the wheel. I want people to
We'll let
decide,
that
like, not
choose.
by random chance. It's not a potluck. Okay, so first vote is in for you. You're the furry.
yeah.
No, I'm not the weeb. I don't even, literally. I'm not the weeb because I don't watch any anime. I haven't watched a single one. Whereas all of these guys have watched at least one. I have
I don't
not. So I'm the
fucking
least.
watch anime. I
What
think
the fuck?
everyone with like every fucking 6-year-old American child has watched Pokemon. That's like a non-negotiable. So that doesn't count.
Okay,
Yeah, that is true.
boy. Fuck you. I seriously though, I have not watched a single one. I promise you. There is the only thing you can even remotely count that is anime that I have actually watched is Studio Ghibli films because I've seen some of those.
That's literally
before. So, like,
fucking anime.
if that,
it's
yeah,
the
but I'm
good
talking about the
ones.
shows, not the film. Shut up!
The good
Fucking with my
ones
shit
count.
now. I'm talking strictly about the shows. Okay, fine, that counts, but that's the only thing that qualifies under my belt, I suppose. I've never watched any show, you know. And I can guarantee you guys watched at least one. Don't fucking lie, man. Come on, Laser, don't lie. You've watched at least one.
I fucking haven't. I swear. I watched Pokemon when I was 6 because it was on TV.
There you go. Well, now that's it. That counts. That
It's
counts.
government
That's it.
mandated. It's not fucking. It doesn't count.
Doesn't matter. It does count. It's anime.
Anime.
If
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli counts,
I
Pokemon
didn't
counts too.
register
It's anime.
fucking basic thought at that age when I was watching fucking
Doesn't matter.
Pokemon.
You watched it.
As most Pokemon fans don't.
I didn't even watch that though. Even when I was a kid, too stupid to realize I've been programmed by the government. I didn't watch Pokemon then. I think that might be to do with the fact that we had shit TV when I was little, so I didn't have the
probably a
channels. But
nationality
still,
thing.
it doesn't matter. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, they still had Pokemon over here, but I assume it was on channels that we didn't have when I was young because poor. But never mind that. No
Poor.
one watches cartoons on TV any. Poor, not porn.
said
Shut
that.
up. No. Okay, well, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, yeah, I've never watched any anime show. I only watched some of this movie. Well, come on, the Studio Ghibli films are masterpieces. They're great. They're wonderful, wholesome, fucking
Great
adventure
animation,
things.
yeah.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, I
They're
was
like,
gonna say, have you not seen any? Because I'm surprised.
yeah.
I-
Have you not?
No, actually, I have not fucking seen one of those like at all.
Oh
before.
wow.
I
would
remember,
recommend it,
I
'cause
remember
they're
the
generally
ads for
good.
Ponyo when I was like when I was about that age, but I never actually watched it. So one day,
Man,
I've seen a
you're,
few
you're actually
of
kind
them.
of missing out.
I know.
I was gonna say, like years ago, I did say this. I said Studio Ghibli was like the Japanese Disney, but these days, that's doing Ghibli a disservice.
Yeah.
So they're like
Yeah.
better than Disney and Japanese.
I
So,
just watched
you know.
that fucking 6-hour Mahler video on the latest Doctor Strange film, which is apparently dog shit.
Oh, Mauler, the unbridled rage guy.
I
Yeah.
fucking love Mahler. I like he doesn't have like fucking like stupid explosive like cartoony YouTuber anger, but you can tell
Right.
he's just like genuinely upset about what he talks about sometimes.
Everyone talking
Good.
shit until the YouTube animated Sona crosses their arms.
I don't think he's
6
even
hours.
like that. He's just like commentary guy. There is no like a persona on screen, right?
Kind of. The editors he had for this one like did it more than usual, but it's still like barely anything.
Well, it's good because, these Marvel dudes need to be knocked down a peg. They've had their time, okay? They've gone on for too long. At this point, they're just churning out shit because they know when they release the big shit that is actually decent, everyone will have to go back and watch all the crap ones to even understand half of what's fucking going on. That's their business model now. You see that? Marvel
Fucking gives a
pumping out
shit.
loads of crappy films that the fans will have to watch all this crap to understand half what's going on when they finally release a half decent one, apart from the Spider-Man one, obviously. I think we mentioned this last time, but that was great film. Nostalgia for utilized in a good way, but that's your one shit, you know, anything to do with the whole fucking cinematic universe shit that they keep doing, all these extra films, you know when they release like a poster of like 100 fucking films they're gonna release in the next 2 years or whatever, like, Come
I love how the
It's a
fucking like
subscription service.
you know how like modern video games had like the fucking what is it called, the roadmap? Where
Yeah.
like they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this in the next 2 years. Please care
Yeah,
about our game.
that's what I'm. Oh yeah, that yeah
Yeah,
games.
that's exactly what movies are trying to do now, but with like
Yeah.
individually, it's so
Oh, I
stupid.
can't wait for Captain America fucking New World Order, where the fucking government tells us Marvel were controlling us all along.
God.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know that's actually a pretty good talking point because recently there's been a lot of articles coming out about how like the visual effects people for Marvel movies are like they're getting paid as their pay rate is like dog shit or something, and they're
Oh.
all speaking out about it. There's a bunch of like articles about it.
Like 90% of the film is credited to their work. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's like a
it
huge
is.
thing.
That's the
It's
only
just
reason these
crazy.
fucking movies exist is because they can like churn out like above average visual effects.
Yeah,
How?
I mean, it's so weird. It's just like you're gonna fuck the guys that are making these movies possible. It's just crazy to me. I have to pull up these articles again, but they're pretty like I want to say like a couple months ago when this was happening.
It makes sense. Fucking, it's Disney. It's really all you have to say. It's just Disney.
Yeah, that
You just
is
keep
like.
hitting the fucking home runs, Disney.
I feel like that might actually be. It might just be that. That's why they keep this up now. Because since Disney bought, well, everything, it went to shit. I don't know if you've noticed this trend, but every time Disney buys a company, a franchise, or a name,
Oh,
not long
yeah.
after it starts going downhill, huh?
Oh yeah, no, I'm pulling it up now, and it's like this happened in July actually. So,
Oh.
you know, visual effects artists are refusing to work with Marvel due to stress on unrealistic deadlines. Huh, that's typical. So,
Fucking corporate necromorphs
can
sucking everyone up and just leaving disfigured bodies. It's over.
it's so crazy. Makes me fucking sad. Because like these people, you know, what's fucked up because like I feel like especially in this type of field, they go to like school for that shit, right? They go for school for years to learn how to do that shit, and they just get fucked in the end.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, there's who fucking made that quote saying like, oh, you know, you work a job that you hate, but if you work at a job that you like, it's like a normal day of your life. I don't fucking know what it was, but
Fucking, I know the Jim Carrey one. You could fail at what you hate, so you might as well do what you love. That's a good one. I like living by.
yeah, and it's
So I
like people just trying to do what they fucking want to do in their life, and it's like, no, yeah, get fucked, idiot. It's stupid.
I'm in a college for just like. I'm generally my degree is computer science. I actually got my bachelor's back in May, so now I'm in my master's program. It's just computer science right now. Cybersecurity would be cool. Something that pays would be cool, essentially. That would be awesome.
He's basically just saying, donate money right now. Trying to earn money would be cool. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, chat.
Except my super chat that isn't real.
Yeah.
Or you know, y'all
That's what you were saying, right?
money right now.
And you have to, and like we said before, you have to split it 3 ways and give us all a cut, right? Right, Laser? That was
Yeah,
the deal.
yeah.
Yeah. So someone's gonna send like $5, and you got to split it 3 ways. Yeah, we're gonna make
Just
bank.
cuts the dollar bill.
We're gonna make bank. He just cuts. The he has a scissors and he cuts the fucking dollar bill into 3.
Here you go.
Don't pay retards, guys. They will not use the money right.
That's a good rule for YouTube or any kind of subscription service.
The internet has like fucking opened this up where like anyone can just get money for free by just doing either fuck all or just like the coolest thing you can possibly imagine. And so there's no like I don't think there's ever like maybe there is an in between, but I always see like some of the worst people on the internet have like Patreons and they get like thousands of dollars on the internet. And it's like it's crazy.
It's easy to get money from stupid people. Well, on the internet, there's lots and lots and lots of people out there. So chances are there's going to be some stupid people who happen to have some cash. So, it's just numbers game, isn't it? Because there's so many people, there's bound to be some people out there you can grift. So that's how it goes.
We know a thing or two about stupid people on YouTube.
Hey,
I'm one of them.
yeah, you are. You guys are.
There's a show
You're
about them. It's
people.
like named after a verb or something.
Oh, are you talking about Come Town? Come is a verb.
Fucked.
Come is a verb.
Yeah, the blow discussion.
Mm.
Oh, what? Oh, wait. Okay. My brain.
Boop saw stuff about this insane QAnon type lady up there in maple syrup land, calling herself the Queen of Canada and spouting crap, and she got supporters to buy an RV. Well, you know, if it works, when you really need the RV.
You know how expensive a fucking RV is? It's
really
more
need
than
it.
a car.
Yeah, well, obviously, it is more than a car. Like, physically,
So
it's more than
that's a ton of support from just random fucking people.
I think there were a lot of people just going, yeah, I want a queen. I mean, they're just looking for someone to worship, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they want a monarchy instead of a prime minister. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, I don't know what that's about. Anyway,
Painful shit.
Groups like circle jerk groups who all believe in whatever they believe. If they've got money and they're acting like they're trying to make a movement or work into something, they're going to get money out of people. You know, this is not exclusive to one group of people. This has happened a lot in the last few years. So, you know, it happens. You just got to watch. You know, you guys are smart. You know when you're being played, right?
I wish.
Don't fall for it. When people ask you for money, when you pay someone money for something, make sure if you're giving them money, it's for the best cause, you know? If they're giving you content that you really enjoy, you know? So even if they are grifting for an RV, if they're putting out great videos or something, or they're entertaining you, then hell, maybe there's a reason. But aside from that, don't get all caught up in the message. Don't believe the hype. Remember that. Because they might buy a bunch of mansions with it or something, you know? So be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Shit sucks.
Yeah. Hey, that's the name of our show. So we're on brand. Which is sadder, insane person grifting fellow crazies or people playing others? Well, if it's insane people grifting fellow crazies, then it's all just a lost cause. It's helpless. Like the crazies want to give their money to some other crazy, then what are you gonna do?
Just fucking really... One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
I just watched
film, by the way.
I just watched that movie like fucking last month, or not last month, but a couple months ago.
I watched it like a couple years ago.
It was fantastic, actually.
It's a great film.
I've seen in like a while.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm living it. Sometimes.
Not even to spoil the ending had like one of the most impactful like feelings I've had movies in a while. I'm not gonna say anything about it because that's a pretty significant ending.
When we finally let John speak in the suck. Yeah, so when it's insane people, I mean, what can you do? At that point, if you try and do something about it, you're just disrupting what they think is the right way. You know, if they're going to be that crazy, they're beyond saving. So I would say people playing others is worse because the others in question who are being played could be rational people who got duped and were wrongfully, you know, gave their money when they shouldn't have and they didn't realize and now they've been done wrong. So I feel like that is worse. And yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen on large scales before. Disagree if the person makes enjoyable stuff but is spreading a dangerous message. I don't think you should put. Okay. So it depends on how dangerous the message is. If the message is out here like murdering people or something, then yeah, maybe not giving them $5 because they made you laugh with a funny fart joke or something. You know, obviously there's limits. Like it depends on what they're doing. But if the dangerous message is like they're just grifting to get a car or something, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what it is. You would have to look at an exclusive case to judge on that. I think. Yeah, subjective, exactly like he says. You do need to watch.
Dangerous messages like shit that just taps into people's like hatred that they'd already like fucking
guys.
What?
Oh no! I'm looking at the chat. They're encouraging. No! It's so tempting. Oh my god! These guys are like, I'll pay you money, and now he's saying you should grift. I'm like, come on, man! Don't do this to me, man. Because I have don't make me want to do this. Okay, don't tempt me. So, because sometimes I think about if I hadn't been doing the thing that I've been doing for the last few years that has kept me so inactive that I can't explain right now. If I hadn't have done that, and I'd have kept making the content consistently, I might have actually been able to do something about that money-wise by now. And I try not to think about it because it drives me nuts thinking like, oh, I could have made money, people would have donated, it would have been great. No, don't think about it. All right, maybe one day in the future we'll be able to set something up, but just don't remind me about that, man, because it fucking drives me nuts. I mean, if you do wanna, if you're really desperate to give some money for no reason at all, I mean, I could just set up something. I mean, honestly, you know. But if I ever did do that, we've got to make it very clear. All three of us, actually, we talked about this before. If we ever do set up like a give me money page to alongside our content, it would be strictly like full self-awareness of what's happening. Like, you know, you're going to keep making the content regardless. It's not to pay you to make it. It's just a place where people who, through the kindness of their hearts, genuinely want to give so much, not so much money, but they so much want to give, that there is a place we can set up for them if they actually really want to give me money. But I'm not going to encourage it, of course. That's not the thing. Like, please give me money every like stream or whatever. It would just be a thing there.
Like, I fucking feel like, here's how I feel about gifts. Like, if you're giving someone, like, a gift, you are relinquishing, like, all of your fucking rights to have any say about that gift. Like, if you give someone money, it's just going to be their money now. It's not like, even if you tell them, like, I hope this, like, helps you, fucking upgrade your equipment or, like, help fund for your house or whatever, you have zero say in that, and you are essentially just going to be doing it out of the goodness of your heart. And whatever happens,
of course, that's what we
then.
expect. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have no problem with gifts going back and forth, like, at any point. Like, I'm obviously like not begging for it, but if like someone would give me something, I'm just be like, oh, that's cool, like thank you very much, and then it's like that would be that. We're gonna be like, it's going to be like remembered. It's going to be used however it might be fit. But I really hope that more people understand like there's like a cutoff to exactly like how am I saying it? Like you're not fucking owed anything. You do not like owe someone like anything if you're just like randomly given anything without like any kind of explicit agreement to like serve.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a dicky thing to say out loud, but that's just I feel like that's just honestly how it works.
Adding to that, it's like I just want to clarify here because people are saying like, you know, if it would motivate me or something, if it would motivate to make videos, we pay to for the content. I would never do that. I would never have people pay for the content directly because I feel like one, that's setting up an expectation for me, so it would make me feel like I'm going to be letting people down if the content's not good enough or if I don't put out enough to match what's being paid. And two, I feel like it's unfair anyway just to expect an audience to have to pay for any content. And I don't want to do no exclusive bonus shit because I don't really know what else I could do. It's just I would be making videos regardless of money. Even if it was, because I have been, all the videos I've made in the past have been free and not paid. So why would I make that a thing now? I'd never do that. So I want to make that very clear. If I ever did set up a givememoney.com page, that's what I'm going to call it forever now. I'm not going to stop that because I want to reinforce the knowledge that I understand what it looks like to everybody so that no one can say, oh, you're selling out, because I definitely want to do that. But, you know, obviously you're not going to say no. If someone waves money in your face and says, I really want to give this to you, you're not going to fucking go, nah, I don't want money. You know, you're going to take it. You're human. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I just want to make sure that's clear that I'm not going to ever have people like a requirement, like you pay to watch content from me or get content from me. That's not how it's going to work, because I will not ever set up any situation where you'll be expected to pay to watch anything. I'm never doing that. I ain't no cable TV, man. My shit's free. So it's all about that goodness of the heart thing you were saying a moment ago. That's what it is.
All right. So basically, if someone give you money, kick them in their groin, run away.
Yeah, I know. He just called a joke there. He said, "You're good at something, don't do it for free." But I know.
I was just gonna say that shit too. Like, yeah, I love the Joker.
Hexa Plus! Hexa Plus service. Dude, what is it with the plus? They always call it plus. It's never anything original. Is it Disney Plus, CNN Plus, Daily Wire Plus? Why is it always plus?
The cinematic. You have to access the cinematic universe, and we have to
Why can't
understand
it
what
be
all the
a
Hexa
multiply?
characters are doing right now.
Hexa Multiply. How about that?
We can't just
Hexa
have one line of
multiply.
movies. You have to have like fucking 7 different characters, and they have to have their own series.
Hexa divide.
No divide, because I won't divide anybody. I want to unite. So maybe that's what I should call it. Hexa United or some shit. That just sounds like a football team.
Hexa
Fuck's
U.
sake. Never mind.
Hexa U.
Hexa U. You get 30% more British rank. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that incentive to, like, oh, if you pay me money, you get extra something. I don't like that at all because I don't have it in me to do anything extra. I have a set plan of exactly the kind of content I want to do and how I want to do it. And I don't have any reason to want to do anything more. And if I did, I'd just be forcing it. You know what I mean? If you start paying money, I feel like I have to. I'd feel obligated that I have to do something more. And I don't know what more I can do without forcing it. I want it to be natural. I want my content to be authentic and natural and just be me being me. And when you're paid for it, or like motivation of payment, it kind of inevitably, even if you don't want it to be about the money, inevitably starts to control you a little bit. You see what I mean with this? It controls like how you do what you do. So I got to keep the paying and the money separate. And I know he says don't do it for free if you're good at it. I know, I get that. But in this case, when it comes to this entertainment, I really do think that to retain my authentic self and to never truly sell out, as so be, you got to keep the shit separate. And the GiveMeMoney.com page will only be a place where people just give it if they're really nice people and they want to do it, and maybe it'll help to pay a bill or something. I don't know. But it won't be for the content itself, because I just feel like that ain't right. It don't sit right with me, and I'll never do it. See, I'm never going to do it, man. All these other YouTubers out there are doing it for the money, and they always sell out and then start doing it for the money if they weren't to begin with. I'll never do it. I don't know about you two guys, but I'm pledging that. I'm going to stay true to myself, even when I'm dead for 3 years and I don't make any content. Even then, I'm still being true. I'm being authentic. You can tell I didn't do it for the money.
Money on fire, like after
exactly, he says money on fire
because society.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's in the same film as well. In The Dark Knight, he says if you're good at something, don't do it for free. But then he burns all the money. It's like, what? I guess that he didn't really mean that then.
Dude, he is crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy chaos. No rhyme or reason.
Nothing can make sense.
But yeah, it's I understand the support and I appreciate the support and the kind words saying, "Oh, you should make some money off it because you're great." Whatever, you know, sucking me just a little bit. I appreciate that, but I feel like, yeah, even when I'm not making any content, it proves that I am just being real. You know, it will never be about the money. It's always going to be a little bonus thing that's really nice of someone to do for me. That's it. It'll never be more than that. I don't know. I'm doing all this on this show. It should be on my own platform. My bad, but I just want to get that out there so that you can link this.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. When I put up GiveMeMoney.com, I actually want to do like a domain name, custom GiveHexaMoney.com. That should be like I'll pay for the domain name. You guys could donate first to pay for the domain for me, and then I'll make the site. But yeah, if I ever do that,
the cyclical nature of just paying so that you can pay him.
pay to pay, yeah, pay to pay. But yeah,
are you a video game developer?
If I ever do that one day when I finally make content regularly again, then you guys can just link back to this podcast to this exact moment when I said all this shit to remind me never to sell out. And I never will. So there you go. That's that. All right, that's my talk. Any more topics?
Question. Well, you want to make a question for me, from Boobity again? What would you want to make money off your creative projects like games? I mean, that's how a lot of careers are formed. I mean,
that's
it's
different.
usually like
that's different.
Like,
yeah.
Like it's like a hobby turns into a career. You know, that happens to a lot of people, and I think, I mean,
feel
I like that, but I don't really see myself as like a professional game designer. It's something like I dreamed about as a kid, but like realistically, it always just like boils down to like, I don't know. It's like I'm not fucking smart for that kind of thing.
I think everyone did it at some point. Anyone who has like any kind of technological aspirations has dreamed about video game design, but it is in the shitter right now. I do not want to go over there at all.
Oh yeah, that too. Second video game market crash one. I'm waiting.
Like honestly, like I'm just expecting like fucking I can't remember. I'm expecting like once I get like an internship for Bobby Kotick to like appear over my bed and rip my cock off, like on day 2. Then I have to go into the office with no cock and then fucking finish like a nav mesh or whatever. I'm not doing that shit.
You get to work with the Hunt Down the Freeman guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
he had the guy who got a job at Activision for making a bunch of shit and then saying he worked with Valve.
Wow. Whatever gets you in the foot in the door.
Second video game crash has to fucking happen.
Yeah, you know what? You got a good point there. That's another good topic. Video
Literally-
game crash. The industry is a fucking mess. It's awful and I hate it. It's all about commerce, all about making money, making the product rather than the game.
It has
And
to
it
happen.
needs-
I've
it
gone
needs a
from
crash, yeah.
I've gone from wanting it to like have like a bit of a shift in what the ideals are to expecting it that it's necessary.
Desperate for it. No, I'm
Have
begging
you
for it
heard
now.
of the recent lawsuit, or not like a lawsuit? I don't know what it is exactly, but PlayStation, the console manufacturer,
Yep, I heard something about that.
they're doing something because recently Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard, and there was like a lot of rumors going around saying, "Oh, they're going to take away Call of Duty," and it's like it's going to kill the platform. Do you see how like fucking just how fucked it is? And people like I don't know, because the PlayStation is thinking that like, oh, Microsoft could take away Call of Duty anytime, and Call of Duty makes a lot of money, despite being like, it comes out every year. It's very bare bones at launch. It's always a lot of broken shit. There's a lot of fucking microtransactions in it. Microtransactions.
Microtransactions?
Microtransactions. Is that the name of the guy who did it, huh?
Probably.
I love that.
The guy who invented them. Microtransactions. That's the guy who invented this whole scummy practice in the first place. Now we need to track down.
He's the end game boss. We have to
Now-
kill.
now we need to-
We kill microtransactions and then all fucking MTX scams go
we need-
away.
Like fucking
need to-
Patient Zero. Yeah.
We need to track down John downloadable content as well because he also had a hand in all of
I'll
this.
just say in a little diversion, Boopity, I would love cybersecurity, like literally anything that fucking involves. If that's like private, like firm, if that's triple light or glowing in the dark organization, like that pays good and that gives you a lot of skills as to like how computing systems work. But otherwise, yeah, fucking microtransactions has been the worst thing to happen in the 2010s. We need to
And
kill him.
It's so crazy. 'Cause, like,
Microtransactions.
if you look at any like charts for like top selling games of the year, it's always like some like Call of Duty, and they make like millions of dollars, and you see like the kind of product that comes out with like, because they always have like a budget, like a huge budget for these things, but like how does like a multi-million or not even million, what is it, like $1 billion? I want to say
It's
$1 billion.
billions, yes, it's billions.
Like it comes out to like this.
Luke
That's
Crates.
that's a lot of money. You don't just throw that around like it's nothing.
Microtransactions and Luke Crates. God, the two
Luke
final
Crates.
bosses.
Luke Crates?
Yeah. And Dan loadable content. Yeah, that's him. That's him. It's Dan. It's Dan loadable content. All three of them, the bastards, they came up with this. I bet they all work at fucking EA or some shit. Yeah, I
Oh
knew
my
it.
god.
They're
all
like
look
the
at,
final bosses at the top of the tower or some shit.
They
Me
all
when
work
I
at
find the
Earl
fucker-
Electronics.
Me when I find the fucker named Bethesda and kill him.
I think his name's Todd something. Todd Bethesda.
Todd Bethesda.
Bethany. Yeah. Oh.
Me when
Yeah,
I find,
Beth Esda. That's great.
me when I find
Oh,
the
they've all got
16s
names.
times the detail and kill them.
Oh, Beth Esda. That's brilliant.
This is literally just Marvel mentality at this point.
Yeah.
You have the enemy that you stab a bunch.
Yeah,
and you
that's
fucking-
true.
all your
Oh my god,
problems
it's
go away.
literally Thanos, and we're literally Iron Man killing the bad guy Darth Vader right now. Oh my god, that shit. When they always compare it to like their Cape movie.
Thanos snapped half the fucking
we
video
just
game
did
market
that.
retarded.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
way it's gonna bubble like this for this long. Like, there's no.
Yeah,
There has to be,
'cause
yeah.
Like I said, you take away Call of Duty, that money's gone.
We need a new video game crash to knock all these guys down a peg and make them rethink the business model and focus on, making games again instead of making money. And not just money, but like a franchise and a service that continues to make money and is what's the word, reliable and sustainable. Yeah, instead of just make a nice game. Because if you look back, you say like what's the top games that are making all the money today? It's cash cows. Go back like 20 years. What were all the top selling games of like 2002 or 1998 or whatever? It weren't just like cash cow games, right? It was a bunch of different titles that people just worked really hard on a fucking game. Some of them never worked on a game before. If you go to 1997, there's certain games there. Certain console shooters that helped revolutionize the whole genre of shooter games from 1997, specifically Nintendo 64, where the guys hadn't even worked on a game before, and they made a fantastic masterpiece that did really well. So yeah, we need to go back to times like that. I know the indie scene probably has a lot of decent games like this, but they're not getting a fraction of the attention that all the main money cash cow, money pig, fucking grift horse, I don't know, all these money animals that are doing now. So we need another video game crash to kind of reset the playing field a little bit and make it regroup and rethink.
I would say need last year. I'm saying imminent now. I'm saying that fucking we've already passed the point of no return for this shit.
Do you think
if people are recognizing that Marvel movies are starting to get fucking crap, and
yes,
all that service is getting crap, I think video games are like right around the corner afterwards.
Once they peak after like Infinity War and Endgame, it peaked, and then no one really cares to see more of this universe continuation tie-in shit. It just gets tiresome because you had your grand conclusion. That's my take anyway, even though I've never even watched them, but that was how I perceived it.
We've already got Mark Vole on the run, so we're coming after Bethesda. And
do you think that another factor into the crash that's inevitable is also the fact that video games, like technologically, I mean, graphics get better every year, but compared to like the 90s and 2000s, where the steps up in like technology and innovation was so huge, and it just kept going to like a new generation.
Where like
now
new
we're
graphics
like everything's
is
the
like
same.
Uncanny. Like if it gets any more advanced, it just becomes uncanny.
I know Unreal Engine 5 came out and it looks pretty amazing, but like after that, like what more? It's just the same shit. Like honestly, realistic graphic
to really
game.
Impress people with video games nowadays, we need VR to be affordable and like integral and
too expensive,
accessible. That's the next big step, honestly.
Put a fucking chip in my brain. I'll play Doom. I'll be happy with that.
I'm just gonna go back and play Doom again. Fuck it. When the video game industry inevitably crashes, like you say, I'm just gonna be in the bunker when the crash happens, playing the same old fucking game from 1993 and 4, with a bunch of new shit added onto it, and that's all I need. I'll be in my boomer cave or whatever you want to say.
It's so funny too, because in the past like couple of years, I think a lot of companies are realizing now why spend like this huge budget to make a new game when we can just put some effort into cleaning up this old one and putting it in the store and selling it for like half the price it was originally.
Oh, dude, I love Sonic Colors.
Yeah. Especially Bethesda's been doing that a lot with their re-releases of all the.
How do they make a fucking game worse?
Yeah.
How do you make a game worse and then release it again?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know how you do that. You sell it out, you hand it to a third-party company that makes a mobile game to do it for you instead of actually bothering to do it yourself, and then release it and call it definitive. That's how you do that. You fucking bastards, I'll never let that go.
I think that's also another sign of how you know shit's going downhill, because like if companies are failing to realize how they can't create new shit and just redoing the same ones, it kind of shows where we are in terms of like a creative mindset, I think.
And the thing is, it's not like hardware languages or anything in the hardware is getting more advanced, because usually that shit is scalable. There's not really an issue with like it's going to be outdated when you bring San Andreas over to a new system, because most of that shit is like wrapped up properly if you're a good developer.
Yeah, porting it to the system, every time they've done it, every time they've tried porting their older games to something newer,
I know, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that hard.
There is a disturbing lack of consideration for companies' older and greatest titles. Rockstar is one example. I suppose Nintendo is kind of another. because of the difficulty of getting a hold of a lot of classic titles, now, and they don't like you getting them yourself, but they also don't really want to give you ones to pay for because they'll give you some digital shit that will run out in a couple of years. Good luck getting it now.
Fuck
What the
Nintendo.
fuck's
It's
that
morally
about?
correct to pirate Nintendo games.
Yes.
Eat my ass.
Bro, based.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, if the company's not willing to let you pay for it and have the game and keep it, and they're not willing to preserve their best games of the past, then what the fuck else are you gonna do? Nintendo is a fucking 200-year-old company. They can fuck
They
off.
need to go
Well,
lie
yeah.
down. Yeah, they need to go lie the fuck down.
Can these companies just like relax for a while? Like, just release something that can go on and make like merchandise or something, and then just not make games for a while. Just chill out. No, they got money to make.
I wonder
Okay.
when these fucking things are
Use
gonna
the word.
realize that like money
That's a
is
dumb thing
not
to say.
it's not at all exponential, and that like what they have for ratings and profits cannot actually maintain whatsoever. When are basic statisticians are gonna come in? When are they gonna fucking come in and just say like this is stupid? Why are you doing this?
I don't know.
The CEO of Nintendo just looks at like his like whiteboard and he's like, "This is stupid. I quit." Nintendo just like the whole building just collapses.
Isn't that what Reggie did? He just said like, "Fuck this."
No, Bowser took over.
Yeah, he gave Bowser.
It's true.
Look, it changed
Fucking
from
exist.
nothing.
No one talks about him anymore. I realize that. No one talks about
Everyone just
Yeah, what's
everyone
up
thought it
with
was
that?
funny that his name was Bowser, and then they didn't say
And then
anything
that's
about
it.
him.
They did like a thing. They acknowledged it. They had like a Bowser thing, and then that's it. And then no one talked about him ever again. Whereas with Reggie, people talked about him all the time. He was like really famous. Even
Yeah,
when I
because
didn't
he's
know anything about him.
charismatic and like
Yeah.
it was always on the front of everything.
Bowser dude is
What
just
has
some
Doug Bowser
guy
done?
that happens to have a name that's relevant, and that's it.
Where did he go? Where has he been?
In another
Wallgate
castle.
Lake Castle, I think.
How can we carry all that stuff? Yeah, I haven't heard a single thing from him. Maybe I just haven't looked because I don't give a shit too much about what Nintendo's even up to these days. But like, I have not heard anyone like, because usually whenever like like someone like especially with like fucking Smash Brothers, how everyone like posts like a picture of Sakurai every like 2 seconds. It's just like I don't see this shit posted. I don't see him anywhere, so it's just kind of crazy to me.
Long video game good, short video game bad. No, that was Miyamoto.
Yeah, that was Miyamoto. Duke Nukem forever good. Duke Nukem.
Oh,
That's like a quote.
dude, I was trying to think a while back if they did actually manage to make a new main Duke Nukem game that didn't suck to make up for Forever one day. What the fuck would they call it? Because when I thought about it, Forever has the word 4 in it because it keeps up with like the numbering of the main games.
I think that's the only reason why they called it that.
3D Forever 5 Alive. I don't know what the fuck you'd be able to call the next one. I don't know.
I always found it kind of
Beach
weird how
Boy.
like. God damn it! No. I always found out how kind of weird how Duke Nukem games in particular. They're like, oh, 1 and 2 are side-scroller games, and then the third game is a first-person shooter. So fucking weird to me.
What?
I guess
Oh,
it-
it does
and then
make
it-
sense.
And then but it kind of does make sense because they put 3D, like get it? Because
Yeah,
like,
that's why it makes
3D,
sense.
yeah.
I don't know why you're saying it doesn't make sense. What are you
I don't
talking
know.
about?
It's weird. I've never seen a game series like switch genres in the middle if it's like mainless.
Loads
you know
of
what I
them
mean?
do that. Loads of
Really?
games in that time
Who?
period, in that era, that a lot of games that had previous games before, they then had one just called, I don't know, they usually put a 64 on the end of it when it was on the Nintendo 64. But
No, I
if
don't
it was part of the
fucking play
series,
video games.
they had that version. It was like a 3D or a first person or whatever that might have previously been a different kind of game in the way that it operated. I can think of a few. It's not just Duke Nukem that did that. A lot of game franchises that had existing games before
You know what?
then.
Yeah,
changed
now that I
out
think
from the
about it,
90s.
fucking Resident Evil's notorious for that. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
I don't play video games. I'm not a gamer.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, you punch a boulder in 6 and you want to punch yourself in 7.
I thought it was the other way. Oh wait. What? Oh wait.
No,
No,
the
the punching
boulder.
thing was in 5, wasn't it?
Oh, who gives a shit? They're the same game. 5 and 6 the same game.
I think Nintendo's. I'm seeing the discussion in the chat there, and I think the appeal and the reason why Nintendo is still doing quite well is because their market is a place. Going back to what we said earlier about like graphics and inevitably it's going to come to a head because how much better can you get? And it's all kind of the samey. It's like Nintendo does a different thing that I was going to mention before, where like why don't we just do games that aren't about having the most realistic graphics, but just about a fun game that has a stylized style of like artistry and animation and graphics
Which
and
is
such.
good.
That's like, deliberately not meant to be as realistic as possible, so that it makes it a little more timeless. So that as the years go on, the technology improves. That game isn't so dated because it was done in a specific style, so it stays. That I feel like Nintendo leans more to stuff like that with the games they do, because that's why they all look kind of cartoony and I don't know, family friendly, kid friendly. You could say a lot of their games. I think that's their main like selling point against other competitors, like those that come out of Xbox, PlayStation, and that, and all the big franchises. They're always trying to look all fucking realistic and shit, whereas Nintendo's out here just doing like kiddie games.
Which
All
is why
cartoony.
it's like why I like Doom in the first
And that's why they're
place,
doing
is,
well.
Like their style, despite being like a lot of technological limitations, like inspired, like that holds up like very well, very much stylized. I think all this art goes together well, and I think Nintendo's kind of had the same idea of keeping that stylization like front and center, and not just like we're gonna make their pores fuckable or whatever.
Sorry, but I was just reading the comment. Like, it's hang on. Let me say this. So, yeah, Jonas said, "I'll ask John St. John. He's on my Facebook list, right? So the voice of Duke. He said, I bet he has ideas for a new Duke title. I'm just imagining, like, oh yeah, he'll come up with something. Yeah, Duke Nukem 5 fingers up your fucking ass. I just thought of that in my head and I was laughing about it. So I had to say it.
Duke Nukem 5, Trump 2025.
No.
It's
Next
on
fucking-
character. Not
Yeah,
for Sean
next
St.
level
John at
after
all, but for
Oh man, next fucking
Yeah,
level after
yeah.
Beast Boy doing the 4 like thing.
is Duke doing the 5?
Yeah, that's the fucking next level, man. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Nukem 5 featuring 5-fingered Death Punch instead of Mega Death because they're too old or something. I don't know.
That could
I can't think of anything else to do with 5. What else phrases and shit has 5 in it, or at least sounds like the word 5? Because
Five
forever wasn't
Guys.
literally 4.
Duke
It was-
Nukem goes
oh,
the 5 guys.
Duke Nukem, the 5 stages of grief.
Duke Nukem High 5. He slaps everything. I don't know. No, yours was funnier. I couldn't think of anything.
It's 6, but I don't care.
Is it?
I don't.
Oh, the stages of grief. Isn't it 7? No, it is 5.
That was
it goes
6.
5.
No, it's denial, anger.
4 stages of
denial,
grief, 6 stages of grief, 3 stages of grief. Google's fucking useless.
Okay,
One
never
stage.
mind.
Whatever, I'm right.
They could do like
Yeah,
a
the
V.
one stage of grief. Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
Me.
that's something. hang on. That's an idea. But said that they could do a V. Now I was about to be opposed to that because I'm getting sick of video game franchises using Roman numerals all the fucking time. But it could open up other ideas where you could have like Duke Nukem doing like a fuck you fingers on the cover, not like the peace sign, but the other side of the hand, where he's like putting the fingers up. Yeah, V. It's the V with his fingers. There you
American
go,
audiences
perfect.
wouldn't get it.
Oh
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't realize that
that's
was a
like
UK
to me.
thing.
That looks like the fucking what's it? The Star Trek
Duke
thing.
Nukem 1.
What, the Star Trek thing? What the fuck?
That's the.
No.
He said the other way.
Yeah, and that's not even the same finger. Oh my god. That's retarded. Nothing's putting your fucking middle and index finger up and showing the back of your hand forward is the same as putting the 2 fingers in the middle. No, you're stupid. There's
Spock just
nothing
fucking
like it.
flips you off.
Yes, Spock flips you off. Live long and go fuck yourself.
Duke Nukem V. Vagina.
Oh, man.
Vagina.
Vagina.
It's just vagina, like a hyphen, like V dash gina, like that. Oh. Duke Nukem V set in England. Ooh, okay, that's an idea. Duke Nukem V British edition. The knife is the first weapon you
Time
get,
to get-
obviously.
Time to get myself some beans and toast for breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes with knife, acid bottle, obviously your fists. What else? No guns allowed because you get mission failed for that. So yeah.
He goes into the fucking subway and starts the slaughter map.
Yeah. Duke Nukem Vagina. This one's not for pussies. Yeah, good.
Ironically.
Yeah, that statement was ironic. This is good ideas, guys. We should pitch it to whoever takes over Duke Nukem because I don't really want it to be the guys who made the last game. They need to change companies first. That's the most important thing because if it's made by the same guys again, no hope.
Duke Nukem takes the United Kingdom and then gives it back.
Gives it back.
Because he doesn't want it anymore.
Didn't want it.
There's the reason. There's a reason why we left them.
Duke Nukem forever, ever.
Forever after. Forever. Duke Nukem happily ever five after. No, Ultra Gamer just joined. We're trying to come up with a fitting title for fifth Duke Nukem. I know there's been other little side games in the Duke Nukem franchise, but I mean the main games, because even the Forever title kind of fits with 4. I noticed because Duke Nukem Forever. So if we could do number 5, what the hell could we call it that would still make it fit with the number? And that's why we were talking about V, because Roman numerals might help expand ideas. We're about to come up with a whole game. We don't even need to consult the actual dev teams. We can do it ourselves. There's 5 of him. I just got sent some artwork of Duke Nukem holding his fingers up. Yeah. Good job, Alu. Good job.
Fuck.
Duke Nukem 5 stars?
I'm gonna get too nerdy about this. Fucking Duke Nukem 101.
What was Duke Nukem called?
That's the fucking binary representation of it.
It was called Duke Nukem 2. That's what it was called.
Yeah, it was just Duke Nukem 2. That was in the side-scroller one.
But it did use Roman numerals, didn't it? So it already did do Roman numerals before V. So, okay, that's fine. We could have Duke Nukem V.
And then they went to regular fucking numerals for 3D.
Yeah, but it had to be, because 3D, you couldn't do I-I-I-D, could you? It wouldn't make sense. So you have to do the number 3 for 3D, because it's 3D.
I mean, if they wanted to be funny, if they had self-awareness as
it's too
stupid the character is.
Yeah, if they wanted to be fucking funny and be a dumbass about it, they could just make the D the head of the dick and just put the fucking...
And make the...
3 eyes in the fucking D, just like a penis.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much most of Duke's humor in Forever anyway.
Danny G. Duke! Oh my god. Duke Nukem Birmingham edition.
Oh, that's fucking... Oh my god.
What does he say again? I just woke up. I'm in a fucking bloody awful mood, man. Yeah, Steven bloody mood, yeah. This is a fucking shithole. I hate it. I hate it.
I hate the fucking place. I hate the
place.
It's full of dickheads.
Dude, big up Danny G, though. He's actually a legend. He's actually a fucking legend.
Can we just cameo John St. John and just read out
wanted
the
to
entire
say
video?
Danny G lines.
Fuck, I can't remember the Xbox Live call. I know the fucking I know Happiest Man in Birmingham by heart, but I don't know any other Danny G.
I have to look it up. Oh my
Duke
god.
the Fifth. Oh, that's actually, you know what? That might be the simplest answer is the best one. Duke the
fucking
Fifth.
monarchy shit, England.
Cool.
Yeah, that would line up.
Duke the Fifth. No, I just mean in general, regardless of UK, that should be the next title. Duke the Fifth.
Duke is always king, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck
Hail
yes.
to the king, yeah.
Holy shit.
It works. Duke the Fifth. Okay, that's it. That's the one. I mean, we had some funnier ones back then, but I think Duke the Fifth might actually be the best possible title for a new game. So when they make it in about 20 years, they'll finally make it. It'll be great. It'll be Duke the Fifth. You heard it here first, folks. That's a bit of a tongue twister, that sentence. Duke the Fifth. That's what it's going to be called. We settled it now, and Ultra Gamer will have to get royalties when they make the game. How about that? See, he's the one getting the money.
Unless we patent it first.
Good grift.
Yeah,
He wasn't even here. He wasn't even here when we were talking about it, and he just swooped into the chat and did it better than all of us. See? That's how you do it. That's how you hustle. With his fucking fingers up and shit, ready to make a point. Look at his avatar. Royal ties. Yes. Anyway,
if they do make that game, they're gonna pay us fucking royalties up the ass.
No. Ultra Gamer is the one paying royalties. Don't try and like get involved. He's not going to cut his dollars up for you. Only Laser will do that.
Duke the
Oh, yeah.
the royal flush.
The royal flush. Oh man.
20 years, John St. John will be 80 years old. But maybe they'll make that part of the game. Duke Nukem, because in Forever they showed he's like a washed up celebrity now. He's totally like become a dickhead because of his fame and fortune. Well, in the next one, he'll just be an old fucking man. So like, yeah.
Fucking
damn.
It doesn't even matter.
legs.
It'll just be Gianni at that point. Fucking everything is gonna be voiced by Gianni.
Yeah, that's true. Gianni
Our
can
children
just
are not
do
gonna
it
be
for
born
him.
with mouths. We're just gonna have to put fucking boxes on their throats to make them sound like Gianni.
Isn't he
Fuck
like
it.
Isn't he also the like you know what I just thought of?
What?
Isn't he the voice of the postal dude in the Postal 4, Gianni? And also like
I
John
think
St. John.
so.
I know John St. John is actually in that game as well.
I think aren't they all there, or is that fucking brain
Yeah.
damaged?
I don't know.
Damn, those alien bastards never visit me in the old folks' home anymore. I just realised as I was saying it, I started slipping in an older Duke voice because I realised, yeah, he's gonna
Oh,
be.
just imagine like
Fine.
fucking topical like setting, like how '90s Duke was
Damn.
handled. Like
No,
nowadays,
yeah. Listen. I got one already. Damn. Now I know how the 46th president felt like. Time to shit my pants. You know. Oh,
Damn.
the one-liners would just be rolling off the tongue.
Damn, I have COVID. That's fucking...
Damn, I tested positive.
And then nothing happens to him.
Just the same. Gameplay continues the same.
Damn, I have Alzheimer's. Damn, I have.
Just says it twice. Oh my god, this has been ironically the best part about the whole fucking suck so far. Is
The
just
fucking
Duke
the nursing home
around.
episode is just like 8 of the same level because he has Alzheimer's.
He just keeps going back to the same fucking starting bit again, just doing the same shit. Ugh, that's funny.
We're very funny.
Very, very funny. So, guys, yeah, so if the chat has any, now that Ultra Gamer's here, a couple of other people are here, if you guys have got any topics that you want us to talk about that have happened in the last 8 months since we haven't done a suck in all that time, please let us know, otherwise we're going to be doing Duke Nukem shit posting for like another hour if you don't.
verbal diarrhea
Please
for the
say
next...
something, give us something to talk about, otherwise it's just going to be Dookie Nukie shit, old man edition, okay? It's time. Oh, here we go. It's time to shit in my pants and chew bubble gum.
I
Swallow it by accident.
Hold on, my teeth.
Yeah, how's he going to chew bubble gum? He had no teeth. You have to get his false teeth back.
I'm all
then
out
put
of
them in.
pants and shit and bubblegum.
It's time to get new pants.
And I'm all out of gum.
No, it's because he shit his pants. It's time to get new pants.
It's time to... and chew
Literal
bubblegum.
kids, you. Well, fucking say something then, Boo. Put a fucking suggestion.
You're the fucking deep thinker here.
Yeah, you're the fucking philosophy dude I talk to. Fucking, yeah, peak suck. We'll bring it down a bit and give us a topic to talk about. Something you actually want us to talk about, not just anything. Damn, I snagged my balls in the zipper. No, it's got to be like a fucking splice to the original balls from Balls of Steel. So it's like, damn, I snagged my balls in my zipper. Like
Just
that.
like de-ages like 30 years.
I snagged my balls in steel.
Oh my god.
It's time. Then his monitor
always
flatlines. Oh my god.
It's time. Oh, that's perfect. That is fucking. That should be the end of the game. That should be the final cutscene. That's genius. Okay. Okay, if anyone watching this stream doesn't understand what the fuck we're talking about, okay, Halo just said, and there's gonna be the final cutscene of the 5th game, Duke the 5th. It's time. Then his monitor flatlines. Beep.
By the way, spoilers.
That's so good. Well, they
And
better
I'm
make
all
it.
out.
And I'm out. So like a fucking YouTube outro.
It just sounds like he's gonna leave. Like, I'm gonna head out.
We basically just fleshed out like a whole 5th Duke Nukem game all on our own. Like half the game's done now, isn't it? You can make the maps.
Oh yeah, I'll make the maps.
Oh god, that was funny.
There's my next fucking project now. Oh my god.
What? Ironic fucking like full like thrash metal or like nostalgia piano.
Which one? Oh, nostalgia piano, like the movie trailers when they do like a sad piano version of
Just
a
fucking
well-known
like
song.
piano grab bag or whatever. Like just on fucking like a pan out of Duke Nukem in the hospital bed.
No, it'd be even funnier if it was the reverse, because like Duke just like fucking dies, and then it just like heavy metal just goes.
It's time. Beep. Dun, 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 dun.
You were fucking. You were actually. This
Megadeth,
is kind of relevant to what you were talking about earlier with like celebrities, like trying to stay relevant at like every possible age, despite like time clearly not being kind to them.
God. Oh, I said that
Was that
before
even-
the podcast
was that
started.
even on
You
Suck?
gonna mention that? Yeah.
No, it wasn't on Suck. It was like it was just like a little bit before that when we were warming up. Just it's very relevant because like all the elements of Duke Nukem are supposed to still be there, but he's clearly just this fucking geriatric who's like going to die at the end of the game. It's topical.
I actually want to play that now. I want that to be a real game, and I want to play it because it sounds absolutely hilarious. The gameplay might not be as fun, but it'll be fucking hilarious. And then the next game. Oh my god!
my God.
The next game could be then Duke in Hell, Duke Nukem 6 feet underground. Oh my
Duke
god.
Nukem 666.
Oh my god! It's too good. It's too good. Dude, crossover Doom guy. Doom guy.
Oh, I mean that's an old one. Yeah, that's an old one.
Damn, I am one doomed space marine.
Damn, I'm damned.
It's just opens. He just goes damned.
Damned. It sounded like it was a misspelling. Like you put a T at the end of it. Damned.
Oh
Oh
god.
god. Oh no. No, I'm sorry. I don't care how childish this is. This has been the best suck moment for fucking ages. And I'm not just saying that because it's been 8 months. I mean, like since like the last few episodes as well. This is the best shit. I'm glad we're recording that. Because this is the kind of shit we laugh about when we're not on stream, right? The Boopy was saying at the beginning, oh, we never talk to each other like friends. No, we've had moments like this where we're laughing our asses off in a call, and we're like, oh, I wish I'd been recording this or we were streaming this. Well, this time we were. That was fucking hilarious. Oh man.
Fucking,
I have to do
this
something like that.
just
That's
needs
so
to
crazy.
speak to how fucking timeless Duke Nukem is as a character, as a stereotype, and just
applies to
as
so many
how
things.
overplayed he is. Yeah, it's so easy to like
Oh my god.
it's so malleable what you can fucking do with the
I love
Duke.
him for that. I really
Yeah.
do.
It's fantastic work.
I love Duke.
I miss Duke.
I miss Duke too. Fuck you, Randy.
Randy Bitchford, am I right? Ooh, got him.
Pitchfork.
Bitch.
Anyway, I don't see anyone fucking posting. See, look, no suggestions. That only tells me that people in the chat want us to keep duking around. So
Duking it out.
Duking it out, yeah. Because no one gave any suggestions for topics. I know that a lot of shit has happened in 8 months. Maybe people just memory hold most of it and try to forget. Yeah. No. All right,
Wait,
that's
what?
fine. We'll just keep dookie nuking.
Didn't I like joke like a while back? Like I don't know if this was before Suck or like on a Suck, but didn't I like joke about like And we just invite John St. John to come on here as like a guest.
I think we might have done that.
I remember like that kind of scenario. I don't know exactly how you put it though.
I don't
I
think
don't
we'll be able
remember
to
what I said,
conduct
but-
a decent interview though. It would just be us fucking saying stupid shit the whole time.
He's just sitting there, just like
John, say John, meet
just
John.
like, just like held back, just sitting there, just waiting, just sitting there, and we're all just sitting here making stupid fucking quips of.
Yeah.
It's just fucking, it's madness. It just doesn't even matter. He's there. She's like, Mr. St. John, hear me out. Duke Nukem, he's 90, he dies.
Yeah, see, now we can't pitch it because we have to go back. The way this conversation develops so naturally with the brilliant ideas that the chat and us had, we can't like just tell someone now because we can't like summarize it like in a decent way without sounding nuts. Like, oh yeah, Juniker's gonna be old and geriatric and it's gonna be funny and he dies at the end. Trust me, bro, it's gonna be a fucking bestseller. What are you talking about, you fucking retard? No, trust me, dude. Seriously, I had this whole stream and it was like epic and the ideas were just coming out of the fucking woodwork, man. No, okay.
Source.
We'll never be able to explain this.
It's like verbal lightning in a bottle.
Yeah,
You really
exactly.
you can't
Just wanna-
describe it the same way.
You had to
again.
be
I don't know.
there. You had to be there. Okay, there's a couple of things brought up there. Finally, I think we can move on. Okay, I might as well just do these in order of being. Yeah, it's time. Stop! Shut up! Shut up! Stop doing it. Okay, is Elon Musk buying everything a topic? I mean, it was in like what, April or May, was it? That was fucking months ago. But now it's like at this point where it's in like limbo. Like, we don't even know if he's actually going to buy Twitter or not. It's just like, I think he's just playing them, honestly. I think
think it
all
makes
just
sense.
Elon
moves,
just
like,
fucking like
intimidate
fucks
them.
around with like billions of dollars because he can.
When you have that much money, when you're literally the richest man who has ever lived in all of humanity, you know, you've kind of got that ability to just fuck with people on a big corporate level. So I feel like he is just messing with people. But I think maybe there is some genuine good nature in it, where he's playing like maybe a 5D chess game, where he's acting like he's going to buy Twitter and then he's actually not intending to buy it at all, just to scare them into being better as a platform, as a social media platform. They're just scaring them into doing things better, and like, because they started culling a lot of their like secret cabal and shit when they thought he was about to buy it, and then he didn't. He's got no intention of like blowing all his money away. He just made it look like he was to get them to pull their fucking socks up or whatever you want to say. I don't know. I don't actually know how true that is. That's my theory, but he might actually still end up buying it. I really don't know what's going on now. Wasn't he turning it to like court or something? Like, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I don't. Yeah, he was. No, Twitter was taking him to court because like he was
Yeah, like
backing
forcing him to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like at least making him pay the fucking like back out fee or whatever is like stated in that contract. Dude. Yeah, I feel like he really is just fucking around with like huge IPs because he can, or just to fuck around with his like stock value.
I can't help but like Elon in this situation. I know you'll say you have your doubts, but I can't help but be a bit of a fan of the way he's been acting the last like 8 months. Coincidentally, 6 months rather, because everything he's been talking about the whole time has been about whether how authentic or true it is. It's had such a rippling effect of him talking about free speech and the public square and all this stuff like that. You know, I wanted to. And the talk about trying to eliminate all the bots off the site and all these genuine concerns about the social media platform. However, how much he's committed to that is, well, revealed in his actions when time comes. But all the things he has been saying is things I really wish a lot more rich fucking billionaires would actually say, because most of them don't even go that far as to say these things. So I think that just gives him the edge, you know. And the fact that it seems that
we're biased in this situation because we all fucking hate Twitter and think it's
well, yeah, I suppose so. If you hate Twitter as much as we do, I guess you will start rooting for Elon just because he's fighting a battle with them. But anyway, you know, I know he's a quirky, weird dude, and his humor is kind of all over the place. He's got a very strange. Sometimes he'll post memes, and it's just like, yeah, this is really stupid. He's just being retarded. I think he might be not only the richest man who's ever lived, but the richest autist. I think he's actually got Asperger's, isn't he? Isn't he actually Asperge? I mean, that might explain a lot of this. To be fair, that might explain a lot of the behavior.
based.
I think he actually is. I think I read somewhere or saw somewhere that he has actually got Asperger's, so that might explain all of the behavior up to this point. I mean, that's probably why I identify with his actions so much. It's like, if I was as rich as him, That's maybe what I would do. I don't know, maybe. Elon Musk needs to buy some mood stabilizers. Okay, 50-year-old. Yeah, but I know his humor is like ridiculous for his age, but at least he's having fun with it. At least not like depressing and miserable, which is more than can be said for most of Twitter. At least admit that. In that, I don't have Asperger's. I'm based. No. You don't understand. You do have Asperger's. That is the based part. All right, that is the best part about it. Okay. I don't know if we're going to move on yet. You want to keep talking Elon, or
I don't know. I don't know
topics
enough
in
about
here.
Elon to like make a point as whether he's a good person or a bad person.
I will
know,
say
I know
this.
a couple of them both ways, but honestly, I think it's a bit too gray of a gradient.
Right. I will say this. Let's just wait to see what happens in the end game of this whole situation with Twitter and the court, the lawsuit, whatever the fuck it was. When it finally reaches the end, whether he buys it or not, then we can reevaluate and judge his character and his actions based on what actually gets decided and how this concludes. Because I just really don't know what's going on with it now. Yes, he does indeed have round bun sandwiches on his arse. Good job, Ultra. That is indeed what he has, as far as I know.
Yeah, old fucking brioche booty.
Yeah. Okay, there's a couple of things here. What is id Software doing next? I have no fucking idea. Are they
Nothing.
even doing
Bethesda's
anything?
probably gonna cut funding from them for Ancient Gods
Oh,
Part 2
Quake!
not doing as well, and then
No!
they're gonna be absolved into the fucking spiraling
No!
tentacled mass of AAA
Dude,
video games.
No, we had Wolfenstein had their comeback. Doom had their comeback. We need a new Quake 1, specifically Quake 1, not the other Quakes, the gothic fucking
I wouldn't even mind a Quake 2 comeback, honestly.
No. It's got to be Quake 1. It's got a unique identity of its own that never got revisited. It needs to have a new era, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein, new shits, style game reboot for Quake 1. It needs to come. They can't up it and pack their bags now. They still got one more franchise to do.
Why don't they just make a new fucking IP? What is so wrong with just making a new IP nowadays?
That's a good point.
What is? Yeah, but should make something fucking new. Like it doesn't have to piggyback.
Well,
off
the thing
of a bunch
is,
of
those
previously
games
established material. That's Marvel mentality. Well, fucking
Okay, wait.
got you by the balls again.
No. It's not quite the same because the difference is those franchises were so iconic and so groundbreaking, and they were from the time with such primitive, technology and game mechanics and such that it made sense. I mean, look at the difference with the new Dooms and everything. Yeah, obviously the old game's still a treasure of its own, but the new games stand in the new era as something different, something unique. Realizes what the shitty modern gaming industry has to offer and puts it into Doom. It's fun. It's great. I want to see them do all their franchises in that before they do something new. I mean, they can do something new if they want, but I still just want to see Quake done with everything they have to offer now that they're able to do.
Well, what's the
like
difference between
great.
making some kind of like older not older style, but like
imagine how
older
amazing
time
the
period
visuals could
first-person
be.
shooter like Rage or something, and like just
Imagine-
putting the Quake name on it and having it be like a different. Because Quake 2 is essentially the
come
same
on.
fucking feeling as what Rage was, except maybe a little bit less dry.
Think about like the Quake. It was all about the visuals and the
I want to be in
architecture and then
a
the
fucking
atmosphere
gothic
and the
castle
world.
with fucking Lovecraftian creatures specifically. That's how you get my money.
Yeah, I mean, imagine what they could do with that, with the graphics and the technology and the capability that I have now. Imagine the visuals, the things they could do. They might even fucking need an age rating for all the gore and the horrific visuals and shit.
We got
It could be
Dusk.
genuinely horrifying.
We got Dusk like a couple of years ago, in full. That's all I'll say on that. I'm not even
There's so
going to
many
call like fucking people are comparing like Ultra Kill to Quake, and I wouldn't even say that shit like at all. Maybe I just don't play Quake
No.
fast enough, but like
No, I wouldn't say that either.
that's a whole new like idea, which is why I want new ideas because that kind of shit is good.
Okay, here's a better idea. And it's not necessarily a new IP, but it's new for id Software. How about ZeniMax or whoever owns the shit at this point just
Bob.
buys. Yeah, Bob. What about if they just buy out? Is it Gearbox? I think it's Gearbox, right?
Zebra Max.
They just buy the whole IP for a good old geriatric masculine old man friend, and then they can make Duke the Fifth themselves. How about that? id Software brings Okay, I'm just circling back to the same shit again. My bad. I'm going back
let's not
to
worry
it.
about let's not worry about like old IPs. Let's just have them buy an old IP.
No,
Like that.
I mean I'm circling back to our earlier conversation where we just fuck around doing Duke jokes. Oh,
Realistically
Yeah,
speaking,
send you a
corporate
Duke
ragdoll.
pick.
it would be actually kind of cool if you think about it, because they could probably, if anyone can make a game of Duke, it would probably be itself.
Hugo is clearly capable of managing a team that can make some fucking fantastic shooter game mechanics. I was not happy with Doom Eternal by the end of its life cycle, but that
You need to
first,
update
the
it.
release and like the first bunch of months, like I had a good time with it.
You need to
Enough like,
update him
keep
for
it.
modern times, right? So
Yeah.
you get lines like, oh, I send all the girls on the dating apps a nice Duke pic. Very funny, Duke. This is going to pull in the audiences for sure. Get it?
Yeah.
Because the last Duke Nukem Forever was too early to join like the social media trends and shit. So the next Duke game has to have loads of that. Man, what a simp.
Damn, I have Tinder. My entire like Duke Nukem like personality archetype is just him starting a sentence with "damn."
Yeah. Or I'm.
He explains that he's
Damn
doing
what
something.
I'm.
It's like, damn.
This is a catchphrase at this point. I still want a survival horror take on a retro shooter. Yes, well, we need... Okay, that's it. That's the other thing. Fucking Hugo... No, Hugo needs to get working. Never mind Quake. We need PSX Doom, but new. So, like, Doom 2016 or Eternal style PSX Doom.
I'm tired of
That's what we need.
PXX like stuff. There's so much of
Oh.
it now, and I'm fucking tired of it.
Horror,
Honestly,
horror shit. Do it.
The penis
Survival
sex
horror.
like genre is just like how Slender Games
Penis!
were like 10 years ago.
there's so much like it obviously like, oh, the style. It's not that the style sucks. It's just there's so much of it, and it's like I feel like most of the reason why people make it is because artistically, like they can't make anything of better quality. So
Look. Okay, look. I'm
It
just saying.
is like I will say like a lot of people use it for like a style that they want to pull off, but yeah, a lot of it could definitely be just like it's easier to make like the screwdriver fucker on penis sex like style graphics.
What? The screwdriver fucker on penis?
Fucking-
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
like a fucking
penis
one
sex
man,
style
one
graphics.
thing.
You mean the fucking like little puzzle shit where you gotta pick the lock with a screwdriver? Like every game fucking does that.
I just mean
Yeah.
like anything puppet combo would make, honestly.
Oh, well, that's interesting because I was just about to fucking mention that. I was literally just about to say, well, I don't know about you guys, but I ever since I saw a video that Puppet Combo posted on Twitter like a few years ago, I've been really wanting to see a survival horror kind of Doom game because he never made a game out of it, but he basically posted a short clip on Twitter. I don't know if you're ever able to find it. It's on my Hexa Twitter account. If you scroll back enough, you should be able to find me retweeting it or whatever. He posted like a short clip of like a Doom Marine walking around, like kind of Resident Evil style, but like really grim, red, foggy, and like God, I don't know if it had PSX Doom music, but it had some kind of horror ambience. I can't remember, but it was like, oh my god, I am sold. I want this to be a thing. This is amazing. This looks fucking awesome. This is what I want to see one of them. But yeah, I was about to say that, and then you went, oh, yeah, Puppet Combo bad. I'm like, oh, okay, that just completely nullifies the point I was about to bring
The
up.
thing
but
is,
alright.
like, I'm fine with
I thought
them.
Puppet Combo was awesome.
I fucking hate their like mentality for like how horror should be handled because it's essentially just like you are in like a relatively like low fucking. I know that's exactly what you just wrote, a little bit like low fidelity environment, and it's kind of
feel
hard to
like-
see shit. You're kind of like on a
Yeah.
style like Resident Evil or Silent Hill. And then suddenly, like, when the fucking monsters walks in, it's just
Yeah,
like that's gonna scare you at any fucking point, like no matter where you are in your life.
that's like you just described like every Puppet Combo game ever. That's a
The
summarized.
screwdriver
Yeah.
fucker walks in, and you don't even have to see him. It's just
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It does do that. I thought you were going to rag
It's
on like the
fucking
low
horrible.
fidelity is in low poly. I like the styles that they do that. I like how
No
they
fucking-
utilize the low poly PS1 style shit for horror because people's memories. That it's not to say that that should be the standard for survival horror games. It's just the style that they go for that they've kind of made great use of, and I like them for it. But you are right about the scares, though. That is true. They do that in every
The
fucking game.
style is just fucking manipulative. Like if I like have a bad day and I fall asleep on my couch and someone wakes me up by like clapping on my ears, going, "Your kids are dead! Your kids are dead! Your kids are." What do you think I'm gonna come away feeling? What do you think is gonna happen to me? What do you think? Of course they know it's gonna fucking scare the shit out of you. That's why they do it. There's no like deeper,
yeah, I mean,
there's
it's
no
a horror
deeper
game.
meaning to it. No,
These
but, like,
fucking analogies. What the
you
hell's
can,
wrong
you
with
can
you?
make horror and not just have it be like, oh, I'm gonna go straight to your nervous system. I'm gonna go straight
That's
to
true.
like, you can leave someone thinking without just like making their.
You're looking
asshole
for more
recoil.
like, just like, what's it called? Like psychological horror? Just like subtle horror that's not just a jump scare or loud noises, but like stuff that makes you feel on edge and uneasy and uncomfortable. There's definitely places for that. The motherfucker just said Duke Nukem in Silent Hill. See, that's what I'm thinking. Do you remember when it said that there was rumors of a Silent Hill in UK? You remember seeing the article? So it's not far off. Duke the Fifth Silent Hill edition. God, what a mishmash of different properties.
A being just like comes out of the fog and he just like shoots it to death with like a million explosive weapons. That'd be kind of cool to see. He just turns the entire horror stereotype on its fucking head.
I'm just imagining fucking Duke like interacting with nurses now. Hey baby, is your face what your vagina also looks like?
It's a good one.
What would fucking like Duke Nukem Silent Hill imagery be like? Because like a lot of the monsters are designed to like signify or like
Something about Psyche, the id.
Yeah.
Fucking id is coming full circle again.
well yeah that's why
Video
they
about
called it that.
I know. I watched a video about Silent Hill 2 and the enemies and all the meanings and everything like a few years back, and they mentioned the id and everything, the meanings behind it. I forgot most of the fucking information, but yeah, something like that. Something to do with like the creatures are like manifestations of his fears and nightmares and parts of his psyche and shit like that. I don't know. Really clever shit. Silent Hill's awesome. I definitely gotta play them someday. You keep saying thoughts on Iron Lung. I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything.
Iron
about
Lung
it.
is like a short horror game made with like.
Okay.
same
I'm ready for the chat. Let me pop my fucking knuckles for this one.
Oh, here we go.
Am I the only one that thought
like
Iron
that
Lung
guy.
was like just fine? Like it's a cool idea, but like when you go through it like one time, like all replayability just like drops into the toilet. Because it's pretty much just like the whole thing is one map and like one significant chain of events.
Finger bones. Sorry.
Yeah, same guy. Same guy made fucking finger bones. It's like it's another one of those like it's a nostalgic in the sense that like people were playing like 2010 horror games that like had one chain of events that would lead to a couple of unnerving things, and then you just forget about it.
2010 is nostalgic
after
now,
you
isn't
finished your Markiplier video, you would like kind of just drift out of your head. I kind of had that reaction to Iron Lung, but I will admit that the mechanics for navigating a submarine is like it's cool.
But it shouldn't have to be replayable. I mean, sure, but
not really. But like, I don't know. I would much rather have like the chance to interpret something multiple times rather than just having going through it one time and having like a really good experience and then going through it again. Like, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen at every single point now.
Yeah, but look, he says you wouldn't complain that a horror movie is less scary on rewatch. It's true for pretty much like every horror movie you see, and you know what's going to happen.
I guess horror is like an entirely different subject in that case, because I don't know. I like feeling the same shit like multiple times. I kind of expose myself less to. I do actually expose myself less to shit that I like for that kind of effect, just so I have more meaning connected with it, and I'm not like wearing myself out to it, which I feel like is exactly what happened with Iron Lung. But I'm very glad that people are like experiencing it.
There's nothing to say a game that's one and done, like he says, is not a bad thing. You know, some games can just do that, and it's just fine. Neat little package. You play it once, you enjoy it.
Yeah, I played
There's a place for that.
Actually, you might not like this, but it's it involves the 6-hour creepy deteriorate album. It was a fucking Doom mod that like mimicked that entire. It was the entire first episode. It was
fucking Doom. Oh my god!
It was knee deep in the dead, but meant to like contribute that exact same feeling, with the exact same kind of.
I'm
imagery.
not playing that.
Wait,
yeah, I
what?
know.
Y'all have me confused. What?
Okay, so Laser just said apparently there's like a Doom mod maps whole episode that's meant to be like the Doom map equivalent of the
You can
I can't
fucking
even
say
fucking
it
say.
everywhere at the
I
end
don't
of
want to
time.
talk about it. I don't like
Really?
talking about the
Yeah.
fucking album that I never want to speak of. I hate the album that I respect for its artistic value and purpose, but I absolutely hate at the same time, and I never want to think about it ever again in my life. I never want to, and it keeps coming up, like because it became not a meme, but it became like a trendy thing for a while. I kept seeing people mention it and try to make memes with it and things like this on social media for a while, and I was
Yeah,
like, come on,
because
fucking
children.
stop bringing it up. Yeah.
Because Friday Night Funkin'.
Oh
Just
God!
yeah.
Oh God! I forgot about
That's
that.
an age.
Oh
That's an
God!
age of fucking video games that should be forgotten. That's just like 2 month period.
Well, you guys were all fucking into it. I never fucking indulged in none of that Friday night fucking
We
bullshit.
liked it when it first fucking came out, and before like
Okay.
the fucking
You guys
wave
complained
of
about it.
the fucking maelstrom of autism came through. We could
Oh,
not.
really?
We could
There was a
not have
diff-
fucking predicted that.
So you
Yeah, there
you
was a
were
difference.
there.
It was just like
Yeah.
two mods, fucking witty, tricky, maybe like something else.
How
And
did you get there so early then? Before it became so popular? How did you find out about it before?
Fucking-
Because normally, yeah.
I don't know exactly, but like combination of just like Newgrounds. I really don't know.
Every-
I was just fine with it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Ultra. God. It's the only time I'm gonna laugh at anything related to that album. Everywhere at the end of Duke. It happens in Duke the Fifth when he starts losing his memory and getting Alzheimer's.
Yeah, he goes to the old people home 8 times.
Oh my god. Oh.
Damn.
The new game. Are you talking about the Callisto Protocol? Or whatever the fuck it's called?
Oh, that thing, yeah. That would be I want that to be good. I really, really want that to be good.
I want it to be good, but at the same time, I just don't
You
care.
don't expect it to be good. Well, yeah, I guess not. I don't know. I might get
I'm
it.
at,
if,
I'm
like,
at this
people like
point
it.
with I'm at this point with video games where anything new coming out, I'm just like, I don't care. I
Same.
literally
I mean,
do
I've been
not
like that
care.
for years.
Which is
Yeah.
kind of how the crash is supposed to happen anyway. You just stop caring. Even
Yes,
if, good shit
and
is
if
coming
everyone
out.
gets on our
So-
level and stops caring, the crash will crash, and
Yeah,
then we'll
I
finally
will,
get Duke 5.
I'm gonna find it on fucking Doom World and link it to you guys while you're talking about Callisto Project or
Yeah,
whatever.
because this is the first time I've heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just want to know how like such a thing is achieved in Doom. That's what I want to know, as like a design standpoint.
It's it's GZ first of all. So
I figured, yeah.
funny fucking thing. Apparently like the first fucking release of it was like all like uncompressed MP3s, and so like an
course.
8-episode
It's not.
fucking like UDMF like Ultimate Doom like episode
Stupid.
was fucking 400 megabytes.
Of course, yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
That's a good sign.
But then when he fucking like fixed it, when he actually like turned them into like compressed OGGs, then like people could actually download and play the damn thing. I thought it was good. I thought it conveyed the message pretty well. If only a bit like cheesily.
It's funny you
Easily.
mentioned that, Boopity, with the whole interactive album in Doom. There have been plenty of attempts, because you know how like how most modern games have like a system for their music where like, oh, the intensity of like Doom Eternals, for example, like, oh, the intensity of the fight is ramping up, so we're gonna add like
I love games that do
guitars,
that. I'll
like
point
in
that
the
out.
middle of the song.
Mhm.
Well, obviously, like stuff like GZ is not capable of that, but people have been like using math and a little bit of scripting
I mean,
to
it
like
kind of
program
is.
something like that, and I've seen a couple of it popping up every now and then.
I mean,
so.
it is though, like kind of.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, scripting makes that more than possible. The fuck
Yeah.
is
But you
this
can't
thing?
like fade. You
It's-
can't
it's just-
crossfade them.
Yeah, you can't like
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
like crossfade
Well-
one element to another unless you.
You can't blend it.
It all matters with like from what people have figured out so far. Is it's all in the timing. Like if you have a certain loop of like.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
have to
don't know
like
how to-
fucking code your own like audio player. That
Yeah,
way,
you have
which
to
I'm sure is
literally make your own
possible.
music engine. It's
I'm
so
sure
crazy.
it's possible in like GZ or Z script somehow.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just don't care.
Well, that's that then. Not caring.
That'll do it. Yeah, here we are.
get you a shirt. There is a shirt out there that some Doom community guy is selling. It just says powered by GZ Doom and it has like the logo. I'm tempted to get it, but it's like fucking $30 for.
So
a
here's
shirt.
here's the link for that mod involving the Funny Time album. Only playable on a fucking GZ4. I would say GZ 4.8 just to be safe.
Elliot just asked you, John, if the Jackbox shirts arrived.
Oh, okay. So there's probably no context to this. So
Yeah.
I do Jackbox games in my Discord every once in a while, and they did come in. I forget what they were specifically. Oh yeah, it was the ones. It was the ones that say when John. It was like when John releases the 1,000 subscriber video. You know. I forget what the fuck it was. I have to find a picture of it again. But yes, they did come in. Let me look. What the hell? I'm looking at this now. And the first screenshot is just the it's just the flat top texture for the crates. Like, what? What is this?
It makes more sense, like contextually.
I like the story. Doom Guy's dementia. Really?
Yeah, the whole thing with the music really puts me off because it just sounds like such a fucking rookie mistake that it doesn't give me much faith in the guy who made it in general. How could you put fucking massive uncompressed MP3s in there? That's 101. You should know not to use MP3s under any circumstance.
No, it's art. It's art. You can't make mistakes because it's art.
Alright, well, if I shove my foot up your ass and I call it art, it couldn't have been no mistake. Or any problem with it.
Well, it wasn't a
Can't
mistake
criticise
if you
its
fucking
art.
did it on purpose.
No, you can't criticise it. Shut up!
That was a mistake.
There are no mistakes.
Duke
I meant to
Nukem
do
the
that
Fifth
because
is
it's
fucking
funny.
art. Changed my mind.
Fuck's sake. This is going to keep coming back up, isn't it?
The first review on the box is it's fucking art. There are no mistakes.
If John's, yes, it did. Let me, while you're doing that, let me find a picture. Or while whatever is going on, I'll find a picture because I know it came those two shirts in particular. I have to find a picture on my phone because I did take a picture of it.
I don't think anyone's uploaded a playthrough of it. I got Beetle to play it like a couple weeks ago. He thought it was good, but like he's more experienced with the funny music experience than I am. I don't know. Maybe someone on YouTube's played it, but they probably have done like fucking YouTuber commentary over it, like, "Whoa, this is not how Doom was." Shit like that. This is not very good.
Looks pretty bland so far.
This bug is the seal of crap. You ever want to fight Big Chungus in Doom 2?
Oh no!
No! God.
Duke Nukem the Fifth. I don't even know why I said that. That just came out instinctively. I'm sorry.
It's Duke the Fifth, not Duke Nukem the Fifth.
Runs,
Duke
jumps,
the
and
Fifth.
slides to victory.
Oh my god. Okay. Here, I'm
Another
just gonna
topic-
post this in the chat real quick.
Uh,
I put it in the wrong fucking chat.
Who the fuck is this guy? Ultra, you have to put some respect on Charlie Bluefin's name. It's not Laser or Hexa. Dude, it's fucking... I don't think he's
over.
actually talking about the chat. He's talking about the guy... Yeah, he's talking about the voice. I thought he was talking about the guy in the chat. Yeah. No, that's someone else. His best moments
Means
feature
you.
a 1 second long black screen. It's all in jokes. They're not gonna get it.
It feels good. Feels good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Have you guys watched Squid Games?
Oh my
Like, who the
fucking
fuck
God.
is this guy? Like, thinking that we actually added someone in the call. The voice impression was so good, they actually thought someone else joined the chat for a second. Who the hell are you? The homeless doom mapper you took off the street. Yes. Yes. Gotta love them recurring jokes. I love it when you do that. That's a good memory there. You remember right way back at the start of the start of the fucking stream. Oh,
Uh,
oh wow! He actually made shirts out of the shirt game. Good job.
yeah, I have a couple.
I should
I
have
don't have a
done
picture
that.
of the other one, but
Damn, I should have
yeah.
done that with the games I've played years ago. Oh well. It was
Oh my god! You know what that reminds me? I still have that one shirt where Laser drew it, and it was just Duke Nukem holding a piece of gum, and it just says, "Damn, that was my last piece of gum."
This is my last piece of gum.
It all comes back full fucking circle. Oh my god!
Ultra, stop
just keeps
facilitating
going
misinformation.
back
It's
to
just a
fucking
fucking.
Duke.
It's a GI Joe figure. It's not Mussolini.
Wait, what?
You know the
It
fucking
is.
like. No, it isn't.
It is
No, it's not.
based on photos of Mussolini.
It's
It
literally fucking
is.
not. It's a
It
GI Joe
is!
figure in a pose.
GI Joe figure. Get out of
It
here.
literally
It's
is. You
based
can't
on
fucking
photos.
match it up.
You're a GI Joe.
I fucking saw videos that matched it up. You can't. But it's obviously found photos of the motherfucker hanging. It looks the same.
You literally
How?
Don't, okay.
Show me a video.
People
I'll
have never
talk
hung
about
upside
it.
down before. Yeah.
Oh, it's like the clothes and
I got
everything.
the whole fucking Doom Kid video that like.
All right, fucking link it to me. Link it to
Okay.
me. Just send me in our chat.
What
Our
is that
chat.
to you?
Yeah, just to me and John because it's in our chat. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see
He
it. but
buried
I
under
always
fucking
saw-
like billions of Let's Plays now because he had a fucking mapping contest.
Oh god, mapping contest. Oh, that
the
brings back
flashback.
connotations. Yeah, the flashbacks. Can we do VC after this? Yeah, sure. After party. We should do that every time.
Yeah, I'm
I
mine.
should have done one of those before.
Fucking-
Oh, Ultra wasn't even saying that. I thought, okay, I've got the wrong end of the stick twice in a row.
Yeah,
First
I was laughing
Yeah.
about it because you weren't picking up on it. Because it's even more funnier because the
okay,
joke
okay.
is that I wasn't there in the
Fuck
first
you.
place, and now it's like you
Yeah.
can't even fucking see that I'm here.
I double didn't get it. So first I thought he was talking about Bluefin in the chat because he's not usually here. He's like, who the fuck is this guy? And I was about to get mad and defend because I love him or something. And then I thought, okay, no, he's not talking about him. He's talking about like the voice impressions that are doing the in jokes that they ain't gonna get. But no, it's not even that. He was just joking that it was weird for John to talk so long uninterrupted. So he was just like saying, "Oh, who the fuck's this guy? This isn't Hexual Laser." How did I not fucking pick up on that twice?
It just
I
added
am
more
not.
to the joke. Like who's
I am not sending my best brain cells tonight.
Where?
Man.
You haven't sent me the thing. Send me the thing.
It's fucking buried under shit. Okay.
Wait, what? Buried? I said send it to me here in
Dead?
our chat, not
I
the
mean,
stream.
what I'm looking for is buried under shit.
Oh, what you're looking for? Okay, yeah. You have to bear with me because it took me like 2 tries to get Ultra Gamer shit right. I couldn't. Okay, I'm obviously not
Buried with the body of
sharpened.
Duke the Fifth.
I've got all Duke up in my head, so I can't think of anything else.
I thought Bethesda fucked up a Doom port. Can you blame me? What?
Right, controversial spread. Yeah, there it is. Okay, fair enough. If he actually manages to debunk it in that, I'll take it back because I haven't seen that yet. But I was convinced from the shit that I'd seen before that it was. So man, that's going to be an interesting trip.
I'm linking it in the fucking chat anyways. People can watch it too and make their own opinions because I don't want to throw that on anybody. But yeah, I'm pretty. It's just a fucking GI Joe figure that they posed upside down.
Wow.
The fucking rubbery chest, the baggy pants.
What about the other? What about the other one? The one that's not upside down. The one that's like twitching.
Probably
moving
also
left and
a
right?
fucking figure if it's the same like skin texture and everything. It is weird that they're
Wow.
so different compared to the rest of the art styles, but like
Exactly.
That just only proves that they're fucking scanned in instead of like how they designed everything else.
Yeah. Well, some of the others were scanned in. Some of the monsters were. And the player. What the fuck?
Have you ever seen like early prototypes for some of the monsters?
Yeah, I've seen all the
Like,
models and
yeah.
the clay model for the
Not
player
even
and
that, but
everything.
when they literally just first scanned like a snapshot of it into whatever fucking editor. Because like I
Seen
know
some
John
of them,
Romero posted a bunch of those. And have you seen the one for the Revenants? Those things look.
Yeah.
They look kind of. They look. The color scheme of those look kind of similar. And I'm thinking like they must have not had enough time to I guess fully color it out or something. I don't fucking know. That's my guess, but I haven't seen this video, so there's probably an explanation. But my voice keeps fucking cracking. If it cracks one more time, I'm gonna...
No, I don't think. John sounds like Doom Kid. I think he sounds like himself, aka Critical.
I sound like Doom Kid. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, Doom Kid never even tells people that they're retarded, so not even close. What are you talking
Not
about?
directly.
Not directly.
Not directly. Only in
only in other ways. He'll just play the whole wad and then like not say anything.
Okay,
that's how you know you're retarded.
I'm gonna read this. Joe the Robot. Predator versus Seagal versus Jason versus Alien versus Homer versus Kratos versus Megatron versus Goku versus Travis Scott versus Fazbear versus Eggman versus Walter White. When?
Fortnite?
What the hell is he talking about? What was that?
Fucking thought.
Yeah, it's the new Fortnite season battle pass.
Any kind of fucking just
content.
You know what? That's fucked up because
together.
half of those fucking things are in Fortnite. So
Really?
whatever.
Oh wow.
What is it? Kratos, Goku, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Is
I'm pretty sure Travis Scott.
There's a lot of the.
Is Walter White in it?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, laugh. Is Walter White in? Walter White in Fortnite? It rhymes. It's perfect. Come on, you got to put him in there. All the drug references for the kids, you know. I mean, they got Rick and Morty in there, and they literally swear in the show. It's not even for kids, so at that point you go all out.
Oh my god!
I don't know what I don't know what DBP is.
I don't understand how a game like that can have all those licenses attached to it. That just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Probably all the people who own the licenses who have kids are playing that game because every child under the age of 10 plays the game.
Not even that. It's just like, how can a game with the money and everything involved? I mean, most games with typical licenses like these, like crossover games, usually get taken down because the licenses expire and shit like that.
Well, it hasn't been around that long. Licenses.
I mean, no. Yeah, I'm just saying, in the future, I don't think it. I don't know, man.
China has fucking monopoly money when it comes to licensing rights.
I just feel like in 5 years, they're gonna go bankrupt because they spent $10 billion to keep Mr. Travis Scott in the game or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know how this shit works.
It's over. Why? I know why they put him in, but what really is the end goal of Fortnite's longevity? After the updates stop coming, then they're just gonna be remembered as the fucking franchise that just had fucking everything in it.
Yeah. That's funny. That I never thought it was actually going to end up like that. Just a few years back.
I didn't either. Yeah, I thought it should
funny
be
Andy A intro, but now it's yes, the game that has everything. I never even thought it would get to that point. You know. They literally had fucking John Wick in it, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
And Thanos and fucking now they got Goku. I mean, Rick and Morty. It just doesn't make sense. I thought it's for kids. They know their fucking main player base is kids. They're gonna start putting adult fucking shit in there. Fucking porn star next. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. It's gonna end eventually.
Yeah,
Peter Griffin. Oh my, yeah, I believe it. I believe
the last season of Fortnite or whatever just ends with a big orgy.
No, I believe that Peter Griffin would be added after Rick and Morty. I think it would make sense. It's possible. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite inclusion. My Fortnite crossover. World War II.
There's only one character that matters. I know how they should end it. I don't even have to say anything, do I? Because you know what I'm thinking. Right at the end, he'll be all old, but he'll be worth it.
It's time.
It's time. 4. Hitler in
versus
Fortnite,
Goku versus Martin Luther King.
Oh my god!
Fucking Hitler versus fucking Malcolm X in Fortnite. God, it's so epic. You can like recreate battles of every historic figure in history against each other. Fucking Stalin versus fucking Vlad the Impaler in Fortnite. Fucking
They
let's
thought
go.
it'd be. They thought it'd be.
Yeah,
a
that sounds
good
awesome.
They thought it'd be a good fucking thing to
Like Wax World.
put a fucking monument for like the civil rights movement in Fortnite.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Just help the android dude. Just help Queen Victoria go out and shoot Hitler in the fucking back. No one's gonna get that. But yeah, it's just starting to sound like Wax World now. You know, with all the wax droids, no one is gonna get that at all. But that's what Fortnite is starting to seem like now, just with like fictional characters, I guess. How many? Are there any like real life characters in there then? So obviously not Hitler, but they're
like
real
rappers and stuff.
No, rappers. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
they were all like
Travis Scott.
fictional.
Yeah,
Why?
Travis Scott isn't real.
Why? Why is he in it? Like, what for? What's
Money,
the appeal?
fucking money. The children watch that shit.
Fortnite playing children watch
Fucking-
Travis Scott? Really?
Yeah.
Fucking 10-year-olds? I thought they just watched Minecraft music videos. Since when did they listen to Travis Scott? What the
Fucking
fuck?
like. Have you seen that video of like the elementary school where like Lil Nas X goes to sing Old Town Road, and like all the 7-year-olds are bouncing in like ecstatic glee and singing
Yeah,
along
but Old
with all
Town
the
Road
lyrics.
was like everywhere. Everyone knew that because it was like everywhere. It was inescapable. So I'd understand kids would know what that song is. But Travis Scott? Like,
No, it's
I don't know.
not. But fucking like with
I am
Lil
out of
Nas
touch with the
X,
kids.
He's like fucking inviting Grant McDonald to your middle school to like fucking sing songs because he had like one song that was relatively tame and then like 70 fucking versions of Ram Ranch.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, the fact that Hex didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. Is he the guy that did Ram Ranch? I didn't know
Yes.
who the guy was.
He is
I just
the
heard of the
he
thing.
is the 18th naked cowboy.
Okay, so I don't. I'm not really caught up with lore on that aspect. So,
Oh yeah,
Hector is
I'll
out of
catch you up
touch.
on the 500 different variations of Ram Ranch.
God,
All
fucking
have-
how many are there?
Ultra. It says out of touch. Out of touch. That means I have no touch whatsoever with them. I'm completely clear and devoid of any touch. So do not try and implicate no shit. Look at this shit. Look, he's trying to fucking look at this. Should have timed him out for that. No, you're out of time. Damn, I'm out of time or something. I don't know.
I'm all out.
Yeah.
Watch out for the Samuel allegations. Oh, no one got it. Okay.
What?
But yeah, I really am.
Allegations. Second.
Oh.
I really am out of touch with the kids though, because I'm just so like all this. I won't say I'm absolutely clueless because I've heard of some things. I'm not like a grandma or something who has no idea what any of it even is. But like, it's just I can feel my culture, like my knowledge of the current kids' culture, just slipping away completely. I don't do any of this stuff. Yeah, it really is. And there was a point a few weeks ago. I was on holiday and I spoke to a kid who was just, there's a bunch of people around and there's this little kid who rocked up and started chatting about anime and fucking TikTok videos on his phone, and he's wearing an Among Us t-shirt and he's talking about Minecraft and fucking Pokemon cards, and I just don't know any of this stuff whatsoever, and it just made me feel like, damn, I am not, damn, I can't even say the word damn anymore. It just made me feel like, yeah, like I'm 25 years old, so it's like it's obvious I'm not gonna know everything a 10-year-old's gonna, but it really hammered in the feeling of like, wow, I really am like not part of this generation anymore. I am old. Like, I'm from the past sort of thing. I have no place with these kids anymore. I can't get down and cool with the shows and the games because I just don't have any interest in any of them.
Getting down with any kids at all.
The games and can you stop trying to implicate? They're trying to land me in it. I'm not having it. I'm not having this bullshit.
I have a sexual assault rifle.
Oh, that's pretty good.
If my dad isn't a robot, then why is he charged with battery?
Why is my dad getting under arrest for cardiac?
Charged with battery. That's genius. Had that feeling talking with my cousin who's 5 years younger. Yeah, you're like fucking 16 or whatever, so you're like a kid as well. What are you talking about? Dude, I'm fucking quarter century old. So like, yeah.
Who is Sex and why did my dad offend him?
Where are you getting this shit from?
I just have seen it. I've memorized all the subjects.
You
that I like.
memorized this, yeah, yeah.
It's over.
Useful.
We remember some of the most useless shit in our lives.
Brother is 5 years. His brother is 5 years older, but he doesn't feel the gap. I feel like there might be a point there, because maybe it's to do with how like internet and video games and everything has like sped up in terms of transitory culture that has shifted and evolved, and it speeds up so much faster than it did, say, in like 2008, 2010, like around that time maybe. I feel like social media instead of video games, it just gets faster and faster, so that it's, to keep up, you have to be like 5 years old all the fucking time. I don't know. So that each of these kids, as they get older, will become more and more out of touch with the next kids than the parents were with them. Does that make any sense? Do you know what I'm saying?
This sounds like the most boomer thing to come out of my mouth, but like, children this generation like have like the fucking attention span of a goldfish because of how like shit is fed to them.
It's not
like,
just the
via
children. It's not just the children, though. I'm going to retract the boomerness of the statement a little bit and make it a little more inclusive. And I'll say it's affecting everybody. It's not just kids. Kids affect the worst, I guess. But it's everyone, man. Social media and all this shit, it's killing attention spans all across the board. We're all getting fucked by it. You know, I'm trying not to blame, oh, it's all these damn kids and their damn phones. It's everybody, man. We're all consumed by the technology that's gone out of hand, social media. It's all just... It's a brain rot. It's a fucking brain rot. It's terrible. And I feel bad for the little kids, you know, the kids that are growing up this generation, you know, Alpha and all this, all the kids like 10 years old or younger, because this is all they have known. We are like a special age range where we grew up, we might have had a childhood just before all of this. I don't know about you guys, but I had. And these kids will not even have any living memory of a time before smartphones and constant social media and news and video games and memes and things barraged in your face all the time and constantly changing, adapting. There's a new current thing coming out all the time you have to keep up with. It's just, oh, I can't imagine how fucking exhausting that must be. Maybe the kids have got the energy for it, but once you get a certain age, this is just fucking exhausting. No wonder I just want to go back in the cave and just play Doom again for the millionth time, because I'm fed up with all this shit, man. I was fed up with it years ago. It just keeps getting worse, though. It's like exponentially getting faster and more sensational with the things that are happening. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying smart things, but I'm just saying a bunch of words. I hope that actually felt
No, it
like,
makes sense.
substantial.
Like,
Yeah.
I do really like Ultra Kill, but I feel like a lot of it is just based on the so much shit happening at once, like idea of fun. Because like
fun
when
because
I tried getting
there's
into it, like it was really difficult to kind of keep up with it, and I really had to just like trust that it was good enough to really adapt to what it was putting down. But yeah, it's information overload is kind of necessary now as people are getting like I won't say smarter, but more like adjusted to be able to handle all of it.
Yeah. So I wasn't really listening because I was just reading the chat. I was just letting you doing your thing. I thought you guys were talking amongst each other, so I was just doing my thing, reading the chat. I can't focus on both at the same time, man. Sometimes you got to give attention to other places
Kill
too.
yourself. I mean, that with 100%,
Okay.
That's just so funny to
5%.
me.
No, I think I'll wait and let life do it for me.
Ugh.
Eventually.
Oh my god.
So John St. John once said back in the 90s, Duke Nukem was considered to be named Duke of Nukem at first, but they went Duke Nukem eventually. Dude, could you imagine if it was called Duke of Nukem? I'm Duke of Nukem. I don't know. Weird.
How fucking
The Duke
awful.
of Nukem? Yeah. I'm glad they dropped the of. Duke of the Nukem. I am... How verbose can it get? I am the Duke of the Nukem.
I am the Duke of Nuke of them.
Oh, I don't even have one for that. It's just like, it's right in the middle of like hilariously verbose and just like dumb Duke speak.
Doo-doo Nukem.
He just has like fucking like
Nucleus!
what are like the fucking what are the airbag pants that fucking Scottish people wear?
Kilts.
No, not kilts. I
Airbag
mean,
pants?
like, the ones that are like puffy.
What? What are you talking about?
The ones that are like puffy around the fucking thighs and then just like turn to like socks. Well, not turn into socks, but
No, they only wear kilts, as far as I know. I don't know what the hell
maybe
they're
that's
talking
Scottish,
about.
but like
Airbags? No, they're called bagpipes. They play them. They're an instrument.
no, the fucking like put the fucking puffy ass pants that they wear.
I don't know.
I'm not thinking
I'm
the
not
Middle East.
Scottish.
It's a royalty thing.
Agrabah! Agrabah! This motherfucker getting his knowledge of the Middle East from Disney movies. Oh, it's funny. Dukalus Nukalus. Oh my god, it's funny. You guys, this chat is the hoot and a holler and a half. But yeah, I try not to. Ultra Gamer said, I promised myself I wouldn't become bitter and hate the next generation, but goddamn, I did not think these kids would be this fucking unbearable. I try to remain optimistic with kids, like, because I know a couple of relatives who are really young kids, and they seem nice enough, you know, they're good kids. They're just surrounded with a bunch of shit, you know, and it's like, they're doing their best, you know, they're just, and remember that they are kids, so they're inherently dumb and carefree and energetic and I want to say autistic, but it doesn't mean they're actually autistic, but they act how if an adult would act that way would be autistic. We're viewing their behavior through a lens of grown adults or older teenagers at least. So we're naturally going to find it like either cringe or autistic or stupid or weird or unnecessary or excessive. And I try and remember that perspective because you're viewing it through that lens, you know? So I always try and stay along optimistic and hopeful. I'm hopeful for future generations of kids because there will be some smart ones who will rise up and see sense through all of this insanity that we're being surrounded with on a regular basis right now. You know, I know inevitably social media is going to fuck with a lot of minds, but humanity will prevail despite the hardship. I just want to remain hopeful because kids, even though they are stupid academically, they can also be smart in a honest sense when they'll point things out as they are and they won't go through a load of mental gymnastics to come up with a narrative for their worldview. They just say things as they are, as they view them. They're very simple, but in a positive way. So I believe in the kids, you know. Some of them will grow up to be good. I mean, look at these guys. You know, look at Boop, look at Ultra, look at all these little kids. They're all right.
I have to stay on character and say fuck them kids, but like honestly, it's really just a reflection of how they're raised.
And that too. Raise your kids right. Blame the parents when the kids are young, especially when they're like under 10. Everything they do and consume, you can look to the parents for like who is supervising and facilitating this. So blame the parents if you want to blame someone.
Yeah, who's fucking like
I'm happy
who's the YouTube babysitter and all.
Yeah, I'm just the brown kid. Well, when I said like you guys, I know you're like a generation or a half a generation before the kids we're talking about. We're talking like 10-year-olds, right? Little kids. But even you guys, like 16, 17, you know, the late teens, you guys still like mostly grew up with a lot of this as it was happening around, you know. I got to remember I'm quite a jump older than most of you guys, so yeah, I got to remember that. Yeah. Almost 21. No, Troy, you're a child. Shut up. You sure do act like one most of the time. So, you know, look his last message before that. Look. What a joke. But yeah, we'll see how the kids develop in the next 5, 6, 7 years. I'm sure there'll be some smart ones to come out of the woodwork, man.
I mean,
you've got to have faith.
I think, it has a lot to do with exposure too. Like we're on the internet, so obviously we're gonna see the dumbest shit possible because that's eccentric. It's what people really want to be, if they want to see, even if they're not saying it out loud. And somewhere in some kind of fucking gated community, that future president's being raised, like away from all this stupid shit, and is gonna go fucking cushily to Ivy League, and we're never gonna understand who he is, and we're never gonna have
way from that to presidents.
We're fucking never gonna know who he is until it's just dropped on us when we're sharing that nursing home with Duke Nukem.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now you're doing it. Keep circling it back round to Duke every time.
Because Duke's fucking fantastic, okay?
I know he is, but like, we can't get anywhere. That conversation was iconic. That's truly a highlight of Suck history, was that original ideas brainstorming for Duke the Fifth. God, that was great. The argument between progression and conservatism. It's about balancing the budget. You know, you got to get a blend of both and know where to apply which one in which situation. You know, a healthy balance of both in your worldview as you grow up, I think. And it'll be interesting to see the kids who are little kids now as they grow up and how they will perceive things in that sense politically either way as we enter this completely digital age where a generation are raised from birth on this same technology. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out of that, because there will still be different viewpoints. They're not all going to think the exact same thing, so it will
It's a little fucking terrifying. With knowing all the
It
YouTube
is
controversies
terrifying,
that you
yes,
had,
but I want to retain hope.
specifically with like YouTube Kids, just knowing how fucked that has been. Otherwise,
Bad.
it's
So
possible to be
pointless.
hopeful.
I fucking hate YouTube Kids and the marked for kids. It's so fucking stupid. Like, why does YouTube Kids even exist when they did the whole copper thing, where every single fucking animated thing on YouTube now, I don't get to look at people's comments also talking about, oh, I remember this show when I was a kid. I used to like reading the comments about cartoons I remember when I was a kid. Now every single fucking animated cartoon show has comments disabled because it's labeled for kids. But that's what the fucking YouTube Kids thing was for in the first place. Why do you got to fuck up the adult YouTube as well? I'm so pissed about that. No, don't even get me started about YouTube. Cause I think, wasn't our last suck like December last year? Or no, it was June.
was,
But we had one in December last year as well. So we've probably covered the whole dislike situation. Just make sure everyone's got the extension and we can just forget it ever happened.
Yeah, everyone needs the fucking dislike extension on whatever browser you're using.
Oh yeah.
There's still a lot of people who don't even know about it. I still see people like in videos when people talk about videos that got dislikes or whatever, people in the comments like, oh, how are you able to see them? And it's like, oh, I just wish there was someone who could broadcast it to, like PewDiePie or something, could just tell everybody on the whole platform so everyone's aware. Because it hurts knowing there's a large portion of people who don't even know about it, so they're less likely to click it, click the dislike, and that affects the ratings. There's less likely to be more dislikes. We need to keep that system. It was the worst thing they ever did. And that's saying a lot.
The only thing that YouTube could do at this point is just remove the API for it and just completely phase it out, which is what the dislike the toolbar thing is reliant on.
Yeah, remove the
If
mechanic that
they
even allows
fucking
it to
that
happen.
would require them to develop the website though. I feel like
So they won't. Yeah, too lazy for that. Yeah, the Boopy, another good thing. This was before the whole YouTube labeled for kids copper thing. This is long since coming. I've always had a pet peeve with this. Music comments on all the topic, because about in like 2015, 16, I did start to notice those topic channel versions come up, and I was like, oh, they didn't nearly get as many views as the official music videos and all them, so I don't really care. But then in recent years, they've become very dominant in like which ones come up first in the search results and get all the millions of views. So when you're looking for music, you get them topic ones, and yeah, it's usually solid quality, but it's always disabled comments by default. One of the best things about looking up music on YouTube is looking at all the comments of people talking about it, sharing their stories and experiences with the song and everything. It's one of the most interesting things. And they cut like half that entertainment off. They're bastards, man. Why? Why disable comments on music? It's not even about for kids anymore. It's just, yeah.
Well, you see, despite being an auto-generated video, Despacito 2 still has comments.
Oh. I still hate the fact that you got like shafted by Flying Kitty for that. You could have gotten like millions of views on that video if he didn't make his own Despacito 2 like around the same time. You should have backed off, man. That was your territory. What a shame. Because you did it like more officially than him. His was just like a typical YouTube
funny
shitpost
YouTube
video. Yeah. It was just his style, but he just happened to call it Despacito 2. Whereas what you did was like you went all the way. You shitposted in the content, but like the way you presented it was like 100% like legit, like going the extra mile. It was so honest. It was so like well done.
It
and it got
had to
shafted. Yeah. You did well though. My conspiracy is, despite the idea that this like still works at an internal level, it's only effective with the organization levels something like a company can have with bots. No, the dislikes still work perfectly fine. It's just that I know that inevitably less people are likely to click on it and use it. If they don't see it, they go, what's the point in even clicking it? There's no bother. So less people are going to click it, therefore less accurate ratings. So it makes the dislikes less useful. And no matter how many people get the extension, there's still going to be a large chunk of people who don't realise and don't bother because they can't see it, so who cares? I just know it. I know how it's going to go. It's just how the shit works. And it's really fucking annoying. YouTube, man, is scum. It's fucking everything they've been doing is the only good thing they've ever done that I've seen in the last like 5 fucking years. The only good new feature they ever added was the timestamps thing, where it's like on the seek bar of the video. They added that when you put the timestamps in the description, it pops up on the seek. That was the only good thing they fucking done in all this time. That and the most replayed thing, although that's starting to get on my nerves. I wish you could turn it off. Can you turn it off? Can you turn that off?
Probably, because I've seen videos without it before.
Yeah, there's some videos that for some reason it just isn't there. So
yeah. Well, I keep seeing it on every fucking video, and it's like so pointless on like music and stuff. Like, yeah, for like a long video that's full of funny moments, it's funny to see like the little half titty slip scene is the one that gets the most views or some shit like that. But most of the time, I'm not bothering with that, so it just kind of gets in the way when you want to flick forward, and that stupid graph pops up on it. I kind of wish you could like disable it, you know, like an option, but they just sort of forced it on you. So technically, that is kind of a nice feature, but I just wish it was optional. And that's my criticism for a lot of YouTube features, honestly. Just I wish it was an option to turn it on and off. These motherfuckers just forced it. Bastards. Most replay feature is useful for skipping ads. Yeah, I guess, but for most of the stuff that I go on YouTube, I don't need it. So it's just there's a lot of shit that it's useless for. Anyway.
I've already got a fucking Ridge wallet. I don't need this. I don't need you telling me to get one.
Yeah, obscure recommendations. Yes, I have been getting that. Sometimes I get videos on the sidebar that, yeah, it is related to something I've been watching, like, for example, something Doom-related, but it's got, like, 400 views. Or a live stream that's only got, like, 100 views. Like, what the fuck is that?
I'll tell you
I
how
never used to get recommended that.
YouTube actually had, like, one fucking godlike recommendation for me. That was fucking Dean of Doom episode 2. It was fucking the Eternity episode of fucking Mount Payne's Dean of Doom, when it was, like, at 200 views before he had ever taken off. That was fucking... I predicted that fucker was going to be, like, incredible, honestly. And look at where it is now. Dean of Doom is, like, one of the best fucking, like, Doom shows out there.
I feel like what Boop's saying with the less than 300, because I'm getting the same thing. I feel like they're just doing a bunch of shit behind the scenes that they're not telling us. They're constantly, like, tweaking shit and algorithm fucking, and they just don't tell us. And that's what's happening.
Well, that's just they would tell you in the first place. I mean, come on now.
It's just the history that people have figured out that they just haven't told us when they're going to change.
You say they don't tell us in the first place, but usually they put some vague fucking statement about, we're testing some things in the following days. Something might be different.
Okay, that one time that was only because someone like fucking flipped their shit because they did something stupid, and it was like, oh, we're just doing an experiment. Don't worry about it.
No,
it wasn't until after someone like
your fucking thumbnails just stopped showing up, and everyone just like shit themselves. It's just like it's a social experiment.
But I remember someone made it out of that. Where they just made the YouTube account say, "We're just gonna come over to your house and fucking beat the shit out of you." Fuck.
Experiment. Some of you might get swatted today. Good luck. We're just testing a new feature about location data.
You have 4 hours. Get ready.
We're now targeting the UK and US specific areas, southeast of England and mid-east.
Me asking YouTube support how long I have until their fucking killbots arrive at my house, and my YouTube support member is Beast Boy.
We're fucked. Susan's coming after us. What even happened? Like, does Susan still have that YouTube channel?
I think so, but I don't think she.
Great advice for Susan Wojcicki.
Because I remember that fucking shit show from a while ago, but I just don't remember if
you should release a new one.
I think after like 5 or 6 years, she's finally realized like maybe being a public face is not a fucking good idea for this platform. And they just kind of bounced from the general perception.
How do you bounce from your own platform? That's so crazy to me.
Hey, Laser, you should release a brand new second edition of Creator Advice for Susan Wojcicki Part 2. And it's literally just 2-second clip, and it's just you in the camera. Do something! And that's it. That's the whole video. That should be your Part 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nothing has happened, like, noteworthy besides some general degradation.
Yep. What a terrible state of affairs. What a shame.
Damn.
My YouTube recommendations are augmented.
You got it. This motherfucker right here saying, "Damn," he's still thinking of Duke Nukem.
No, I knew it was fucking. I knew it was fucking. What's his name? Mr. Deus Ex. Fucking.
Mr.
So
Deus Ex.
I just responded with another video game character.
No, okay.
Good.
Yeah.
The guy who fucking made all of his fans' profile picture that shit.
Oh, no. That kind of ruined the
Ruined it.
reputation of the game,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah. But yeah, you know the true fans, because the fake fans have that one picture that everyone uses where it's like Denton's face from the side. But like the real fans will have the cover art one of him looking up to the sky. Now that's the badass shit. I thought about changing mine at one point. So my Hexa avatar, because he kind of looked like with the suit and the shoulder bust, you could just have him look up. I want to commission someone to do art of that. Tell Nan to like draw art of my guy. I'll just tell him, look, all you got to do is just draw the same avatar again, but he just looks up instead of forward. That's all you got to do. And he's like, why? And no, don't worry about it. Just draw him looking up.
Going to heaven. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the
Maybe you should
fucking
try getting
the
the job.
racist copy street? You mean Quantum TV? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Pretty sure absolutely nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's a recent thing, isn't it? What happened to the Act Man? Is he okay? I haven't really been following it.
Okay,
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, I think he got reinstated. Like all.
Yeah,
his
and he didn't
monetization.
mention it ever again because obviously, if he did, they would.
That's fucking.
They had him
fuck.
at gunpoint.
That's
so they
China
couldn't say
style.
anything. Yeah, it's so fucked up. That's so fucking stupid. Like he got his shit taken away, and then they told him not to do it again, and he gave it back, and he hasn't said anything about it since.
It's fucked
How the
up.
fuck does that work? How can he be so like what is it? Passionate about like.
I don't
the
think he's
fucking
never said
issues that-
anything. He was on the fucking the Mudahar podcast or whatever that shit is called. He was like he mentioned a little bit of it there. How it was just fucking insane. Well, that's before he got monetized again. I think. I don't fucking know.
That's so crazy to me.
I'm still upset over the fucking monkey situation.
Nah.
Like half a decade ago. That still pisses me off.
I forgot what happened with that. What happened with that?
Literally, like, he randomly just had fucking 3 of his videos, like, striked. Some of them being on 2 channels. On 2 different channels, he had 3 of his videos striked, like, within 24 hours. And fucking, some of them were, like, unlisted or private. And, like, both his channels were just fucking gone. So he made, like, another one just kind of, like, under wire? I'm not sure what to call it. Like, less fucking, less popular, and like his wife was the one who like or his girlfriend or whoever he's with right now actually had like the details of that account, and that one got terminated too, despite not violating anything. I don't think.
Honestly, the YouTube rules just need to be fucking changed because you know with how exploited this shit
Not
gets,
that.
like the whole 3 strike system, it's fucked because like. It could all be false, and you can't reject it because by the time you even notice that you got 3 strikes, your whole account is removed anyways.
Yeah, and then
So,
don't
like-
have any fucking kind of like
They need to put like a time limit or something. Like, oh, you got 3 strikes. Now you have like a week to like either like appeal this shit or like have the shit figured out. You know what I
3
mean?
strikes should lead straight to like manual review by somebody. I still am in the fucking field of like. It would be more than possible if you just had enough staff to review like all YouTube videos. It would just take like thousands and thousands of people that divide it up into multiple different settings or multiple different computer labs. You know, it's
Alright,
more
so
than
like a-
possible to like what's the statistic, like 300 hours of video every 10 minutes?
Something like that. Yeah.
So that's 30 hours like every minute. Fucking I'm really bad at the math right now for some reason. 30 hours every 60 seconds, that's fucking 15 every 30. You eventually just grind that down until you have like a ratio of people like what if 1,000 people are watching like 10 seconds of video, then that's 10,000 seconds of video in 10 seconds, which is a lot all at once if you just divide it correctly and you have the technology that's able to do that right. It would require a lot of infrastructure and a lot of like people who are willing to work on that and who are good at working on that, but I don't think it's impossible. I don't think you have to have a computer watching that, which YouTube clearly can't do. It's clear it's for the past like decade, YouTube clearly can't just have a fucking automated system for it.
And it's not like they can't do it. They are a multi-billion-dollar company. They should be able to just like find like outsource like and figure this shit. I don't know. Like you'd think them of all people could easily do that.
Yeah. Boobity, I get it. You brought up the fucking PTSD thing before. I remember that specifically.
Facebook moderators getting PTSD from the stuff they see. Like what? What's posted on Facebook that's that bad?
At some point, like,
fucking parents.
It's what you sign up for. Like, I imagine the pay would have to be pretty good if they really think they're going to be exposed to
I'll
like
do it.
vile shit. Yeah, there you go. There's your there's the argument right there. You're going to do it, then that's at least one person that wants to do it for like a good sum of money.
Live leak shit. Oh, okay. I'm not so sure now. I don't know how much I can take. It'll be like run the gauntlet.
No, please. Like the idea. I need an argument.
I imagine it might be like running the gauntlet, but like Facebook deleted post edition. Oh, it could be really bad. Yeah, man blows his face off with a shotgun. Yeah, I think everyone saw that.
Yeah,
I actually didn't get to see it, but I saw a frame of the video before he did it, so I know which video you're talking about. I never actually got to see it though. But yeah, sure, whatever. That's to me what Funny Forgot album is. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I understand that then. If you put it in that context, it makes sense to me. I can relate. But a lot of this shock shit doesn't really bother me. There's only certain specific things that's like too much for me to see, but live leak shit, I mean, there was all kinds of like stuff involving gore and bugs and human body and yeah, just stuff I really don't want to see. Because I can take a lot of it, but some of it just goes too specific, too gross, too nasty. I don't know, I kind of sound a bit sensitive there, don't I? But
So
I promise I'm very desensitized, but there's only very rare things that will get me. Two girls, one cup. No
Still,
problem.
the fucking thing is with that, like, the only two solutions that we have as of right now is we have people watch other people being fucking exploded or whatever into like comical jibs, and they don't like that obviously because it's like human nature. Or we have a machine trying to guess what human jibs being exploded into looks like, which will always have a percentage of error. That's just how machine learning works.
Yeah.
It will always be wrong at some point on some kind of scale, and you would have to deal with the fallout of that or whatever it takes to like clean that situation up. It will never be 100%, at least with the technology that we have right now. I would much rather have efficiency rather than and if it's again, it's people that like would want to do it. We're not fucking enslaving people. Like, you have to watch like the fucking dismemberment. You have to watch you have to watch him turn into confetti. No.
Funky Town.
Like it's an open position that people can do if they like want to like perform the service.
I think it needs both, but it needs a system where people are manually monitoring it. Because when you think about YouTube and with all the hours of video and everything, there is so much content and so many people and so many channels, it's almost impossible to even get a decent enough team of people to constantly moderate this stuff at all times. So I understand why algorithms are put into place, because it's just to deal with the shitload of bulk that there is. There's so much to keep up with. But that should just be step one. There should still be a team of manual moderating people, but it should filter through where, like, as you said, an algorithm that guesses what giblets look like and shit like that. There's going to be a margin of error, and that margin of error should allow people to appeal. So if their shit gets taken down or fucked off, they should be able to appeal it, and then that goes to the moderating team. But they don't have to look at everything, just the people that bothered to say, hey, I don't believe this should have been taken down. That's the system that's kind of in place with like copyright, content ID, YouTube videos, you can file an appeal. But it's so corrupt, and the companies and labels just exploit the shit out of it because they don't actually get checked by real people anyway. But they just need a dedicated team in place to do that.
Any of the fucking appeal system to work, which has been like another constant problem that YouTube's had. So their copyright system's bad, their appeal system like never goes to real people. Which I imagine is kind of a workforce thing in general too.
If we just had the system, like just not like flag it on anyone's end, but just identify like what is spam or what is giblets, and then it would show into a list so that the people that can manually review it can take a look at it and make the final decision. Maybe
Mortal Kombat 11 mode, finish him. Shotgun suicide.
Maybe that would help because videos that typically don't have that shit don't get flagged, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's fucked.
Boopity says, "Oh, on that shocker stuff, I hate how Reddit glorifies, not glorizes, but glorifies violence." And I was about to say, yeah, I hate it how they always keep wishing conservatives would die and Herman Cain Award and all that stuff. But no, he was saying all this stuff on Reddit about the Ukraine war and people dying in a robbery or car accident. So fucked up. People just joke about it. Well, there's always going to be people on the internet who just make light of something terrible and just joke about it because they just don't give a shit. And they'll say, comedy from tragedy, coping mechanism, yada yada yada. But these aren't people who are affected by it. They're just people who come in and try and be funny at all times because being funny is the only thing they're going to try and do. That's just the internet. I don't think that's necessarily Reddit. That's just everywhere. But on Reddit specifically, I do see people glorifying wanting violence as a means of like the venting of I wish these people would fucking die, or I wish we could go and fucking snuff these people out because I hate them and shit like this. I see a lot of that on Reddit.
Dude, that goes straight back to fucking like Mindfuck or whatever, Minefield.
Mindfuck, dude, it's Minefield.
I know. I'm just making a joke at that point.
Fuck.
But like, it just reminds me like the episode where you like
I have decided that I want.
He like invents a racist guy to like get these people angry, and then has them like go into a rage room, break a bunch of shit to see if they're less angry, and they're not. They're just more angry. Violence doesn't really fix like
Well, I don't know about it. I feel like that's bullshit because when I rage and break something or throw something, I immediately calm the fuck down because now I'm worried that I've broken something. So it does kind of work, actually. So I discredit that. I disagree. I feel like that's bullshit.
that's not a healthy outlet then. If you're immediately just regretting doing it.
Well, yeah, it certainly works though. I'm not angry anymore. You can't say it doesn't work.
You don't let it out. You just suck it back down.
Just do it on purpose. Like have something really valuable to keep your anger down.
You won't have immediate regret. How's that?
put like an expensive ancient Ming vase on your desk that you spent $1 million buying off eBay or something, and then so every time you get angry, you could just use it as a coping to keep you at bay.
God. You remember the fucking
it's therapy.
There's this video of like I don't know, this guy like dies in Fortnite or something, and he puts like a ceramic head on his desk with like a mask on. He pulls the mask down, and he just busts the fucking thing open with his fist. And that's exactly what this like face thing reminds me of. No, come on, John, you've seen it. John, I know you've seen it. I can't say Hexa for sure, but
no. There's only one thing that comes to mind when I think of guy playing a game and raging and breaking things, and that's the guy smashing the keyboard and the monitor falls over. Come on, you know.
Oh, fucking
you know
Tense,
the one.
or whatever his name is.
I think I still got a GIF of it somewhere, so I can post it in the chat so you know what I'm talking about.
Here,
okay.
I'm gonna put the video in.
Let me see this again. Hang, I don't remember this. Let me
You've
find
definitely seen it at some point.
Come on, where is it?
It's in
there
the
it is.
sub-chat.
Yeah, I posted the thing I'm talking about as well.
Yeah, fucking Tense. I love that guy.
that one.
Yeah, it makes me laugh every fucking time. But I feel like he's probably playing it up on purpose for the camera and whatever. And
at this point, yeah, he gets all his fucking Twitch views off of that shit now.
Yeah.
It's his like sub banner, I think.
Punch, Mannequin Head, Fortnite, Rage Quit. Why the fuck would you rage quit Fortnite, dude? It's Fortnite. Like, what the fuck? I just don't understand it because I'm not invested in the game. If it was Doom and I don't know.
When you die in the game, you die for fake.
Hexa dies in Doom. He just
why does it go? Why does it go before he even hits the thing?
Probably the audio sync is bad. Yeah.
That's what happens with a lot of these fucking re-uploads.
It looks like he blasted like a sound wave thing and it like hit the mannequin. Because of the desync, it's like some big machine went and then the sound wave like blasted, ruptured the head.
It's just a fucking sonic weapon.
Yeah, sonic boom, the fucking head.
Clapped really loud. Fucking.
Oh, that's good.
I love that video.
I gotta see.
Yeah, you always love videos that have a funny loud noise. It's interesting how earlier
it's not even criticizing. It's not just
No,
loud noise,
hang
it's
on. No.
absurdity.
I'm getting to this. I'm getting into this because you always post shit with a funny loud noise. It's interesting how earlier you criticized certain horror games of doing exactly that, but at the same time, you'll post another fucking clip or a meme that has a funny loud ear rape noise in it. It seems to be your forte.
Because the fucking like puppet combo games are like valued as like they're like praised as great horror. I'm not saying like Fortnite punch mannequin head death is like the same thing as that. I'm saying it's
very much in
I'm
humor
saying the
department,
reaction is
though.
fucking funny. I don't think it's fantastic. I
We're
don't think it's the
talking
peak
about
of comedy. Not like
You
fucking
thought it,
puppet combo is
Yeah.
not the peak of horror either. It's scary because fucking people are getting the equivalent of a colonoscopy.
No, Ultra Gamer, he said, you thought you were talking about Angry German Kid. No, that's old school. I was talking about, how do I even explain this? It's a guy, he's like what? Fucking Eastern European? Who is he? Russian? I
He's
don't
like
know.
Polish, I think.
Oh, Polish? My bad. That just insulted the fuck out of Polish and Russian people, but whatever. He's like playing some game and he like quits or something by accident or whatever. He gets kicked.
I can do
and
this
he like
one. I can do this
smashes
one. Yeah.
the fuck out of
No,
his
I
keyboard
thought he
and
was,
the
I thought he
monitor
was
falls
Spanish.
over. And
I thought he was fucking like Hispanic because he goes like puta after he
Oh yeah,
pulls
that's
his
a good
monitor
point.
back up.
That's a good
That's
point.
good.
He looks very white though, so I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, so is Kevin. We're fine.
Green, what's your problem, Green?
Green.
Yeah,
That's-
and he like
Green.
fucking starts smashing the fuck out of his keyboard, and the keys and all the bits go flying in the air, and the monitor falls over, and like, yeah, he knows it. Guy with white hair. The hell, he hasn't got white hair. His hair's black. What the fuck? But yeah, the smashing keyboard dude is funny as fuck. It makes me laugh every time.
You said long run. You said long run.
I just love how the sound, because his like microphone is obviously like physically connected to the desk somehow, so every noise has that
You can
noise
see you
behind
can
it.
see the mic when the monitor falls over in the game.
Oh, hang on, let me look again. Oh yeah,
It just like shows up.
There it is.
that's why I know this from experience. You can't. I've got my mic connected to something like off the edge of the desk on an arm, but even then, if you get too close to it, it makes like a booming sound if you hit the desk anywhere near it. So if the closer it's connected, because the vibration's going through the table, obviously. So if it's physically connected, that's what it's doing. So it's not just going bang, bang, bang. It's going like boom, boom.
Oh, you mean like this?
That.
I probably didn't do it right.
Mine's not even connected to my desk. It's just on a stand. But if I like,
Nope, it's not doing
maybe
it.
if I do it like this, maybe maybe just
Not really, but
I mean,
more
if I,
than
like-
lasers do.
yeah.
Okay,
maybe-
stop.
maybe-
It's
maybe
turning
first
into
one.
funny noise. Stop it. No,
I was hoping we would all just start going like, oh, maybe just try it like this, and we all just start fuck with it.
it just becomes like unrecognizable noise.
Just imagine people pay like hundreds of dollars for their fucking microphones, and they just like, oh yeah, it's just
Over.
that shit always like fucking freaked me out. With this microphone, I don't care since I paid like $20 for it, but like, I can't imagine people that pay like hundreds of dollars and all they do is just like scream like directly into the microphone. I don't know. I feel like that shit would just make it explode.
I don't know how sensitive like mics are. If they're supposed to like pick up noise. If they're sensitive to noise.
I'm just kind of a fucking
Yes, they're posting it in the server. Yeah, that's the one.
He's very antithetical.
What the hell is this shit? He's not even smashing the keyboard. What are you talking? The dude with the white hair is clapping. What are you talking about? Oh no, the one boop that he posted is the one where he tagged me. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah,
this fucking guy.
yeah, I can hear it. I can hear the gif.
Cheeto.
Oh,
Cheeto.
is it the same? No, it's not the same guy.
Yeah, it's the
Can't
same guy.
be.
It says
This is yeah, it's Cheeto.
it's
What? He doesn't even look the same. Look at his face. It's not the same guy.
No,
It is the
Cheeto.
same guy. Cheeto.
Anyway. So I'm checking up the chat again. It's just you guys talking about X. No, it's not S.U.C.C. Fuck's sake. Elu, look in the Laser Ink server. The fucking the white hair guy is Cheeto Hexa. What the fuck are you?
We're talking. Yeah.
What fucking?
The white hair
The
guy.
white hair guy.
What?
Yeah, he says Cheeto.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I thought for a minute it was like, what, Cheeto Hexel? What the fuck? So he's British, he rages, and he's orange? What the fuck's going on here?
You're already fucking at stage 3.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh my God, that actually fucking pisses you off.
Why the fuck were we
I think
talking about that in the first place anyway? Why were we talking about fucking smashing keyboards and shit? How did it get to that?
Fortnite head rage fucking punch.
Yeah, but why? Why did you mention that?
Because,
Because laser ink funny noise.
I'm trying to remember, it was something involving, like, angry at, like, let's see, YouTube
I guess that was it. Being angry at YouTube. Ultra said, "Oh God, I was at work and someone asked for Russian cream cigars, and the person behind them got real upset. Don't you know Russia is bombing Ukraine? How can you smoke those? Just the honest to God pissed him off. Perfect microcosm of virtue activism." So that just reminded me there is something significant as a topic that we haven't discussed that happened in the last 8 months.
God damn it, I don't even want to
Since
at
the
this
last
point.
suck. There is something that happened. So at the Oscars, oh, you guys were thinking of something else? Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, the most significant event of the fucking 2020s.
Yeah.
The fuck happened?
We died.
I mean, a lot happened. If you want to talk about, well, that's all politics, really. There was a long time build-up, so I don't think we could have really done anything about that. It was going to happen. It's just a shame that everything came about when it did, because we only just got out of a totally different, annoying disaster situation for the entire world, and then 2 years later it was, oh great, yeah, another one. Like, he couldn't have just given us just give us like 6 months to relax. Like, come on, Vlad, we just got out of a fucking disaster. You gonna thrust us all into another one? Come on, like, you could let us go on holiday or something for a little while, enjoy the sun. Like, wait till summer, wait till next winter, I don't know. Fuck's sake, it's like we get no. Is this gonna keep happening now? Once the war is over, something else is gonna fucking happen.
What?
Why didn't you single-handedly make peace? I mean, I was trying, but there's only so much you can do when you're so inactive, you know?
No, that's why he wasn't active.
Yeah, because I was trying to make peace, and it didn't work.
He was going to fix the war.
Was the Will Smith slap real or not? It was real. It was actually real because
No, it's all
of the
CGI.
Yeah. No. The reason why we know it's real is because of the effects afterwards. The Oscars making the statement, Will Smith having to apologize, and blah 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 blah. None of that would have happened if it was fake. So I mean, obviously, unless they orchestrated it and they're all in on it.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
CGI.
doubt. I don't know. I mean, you know what's the most convincing? Because even if it was fake, they could all just be playing a part and apologizing on purpose. But the thing that is the best indicator that I know that it's real is the way Chris Rock quipped about it in later events afterwards. Like when was it some dude jumped Dave Chappelle and then Chris Rock was actually there and he's like, "Was that Will Smith?" Like, if it was fake, he wouldn't have done that. That wouldn't have been said. That's how you know it was real, because he came up with quips like that at future events. Because if it was all orchestrated and Rock was in on it, he wouldn't have said some shit like that. So that's how we know. Will Smith YouTuber apology. Yeah, it's just his wife, the snake of a wife, like filming in candidly on camera again, like he doesn't want her to, like every time.
This is
and he's
the
like,
ultimate argument against symptom.
I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to make this. Can't forget about that. Dude, I bet he wants some rewind time right about now. I bet he wants to rewind to before that ever fucking happened.
Duh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn. It's rewind time. It's time to rewind and slap comedians on stage.
Duke
And
the
I'm
Fifth.
all out of marriage.
Duke the Fifth alternative. ending.
rewinded.
He just finds a time machine and goes back in time.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem, what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
5-finger death slap.
Joke. Duke, fuck. What the fuck? Fucking brain damage, man.
Yeah. Calling Chris Rock a comedian has been very generous. Actually, no.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's very funny. Have you not seen some of his stand-up?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe old ones, sure, from like fucking the 90s, but still, he's still a funny. Yeah, the fucking joke that caused the incident wasn't that funny. It was just an average joke.
It was a dig. You could go either way with it, honestly. If you're like,
But his actual stand-up is really fucking good. He's actually a good comedian. So I don't know what you're talking. Fucking see, this is how we know Ultra's a kid. See, bullshit. Oh, 21. No, you're a child. I remember him as the zebra from Madagascar, and you're like,
Infant.
oh, calling him as comedian is very generous when all I know him from is Marty from Madagascar. Okay, you haven't even seen
Mario
his
is fucking
stand-up.
hilarious. What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter either way. His main knowledge of him is that one animated voice role, and he's like, oh, calling him a comedian is generous. Because you haven't even seen him as fucking comedian. Jimmy Carr is best. Jimmy Carr's okay. Alright, he's done a lot of risky jokes before, but I feel like part of it is like curated. He will tell risky jokes, but only certain risky jokes. There are
I thought
other
you misspelled
kind
Jim
of risky
Carrey
jokes
for a second.
No, Jimmy Carr, the comedian, the guy with a funny laugh, who recently was in news, like at the beginning of the year, because he made a joke about Romanian gypsies or something, and people got offended, even though the whole point of the joke was that he was pointing out offensive jokes, like that was the intention. But yeah, I like him. He's okay, but no one beats good old Ricky Gervais, #1. He's the best one, right? If you're talking about that kind of comedy, anyway, he's at the top there right now. But yeah, currently, obviously, if we're talking about all time, we've got better people. Obviously, no one will beat George. Anyway, if I'm a child, why do you know the zebra's name off the top of the head? Because I remember the movies, because I've seen them too. It doesn't mean that's all I know of Chris Rock. He's trying to pick fights. Don't pick fights, you ain't going to win, Ultra. Because I have experience on my side, and you are a child.
How do you know things if I watch them as a child?
Yeah, how do you know it then? So obviously that means you're a child too, duh. Yeah, you're the only one who has seen Madagascar 1, 2, and 3. Chris Rock isn't even a rock. What about The Rock? He's not even a rock either. Yeah, your whole life is a lie. Anyway. This is not making for good show, okay? I'm just fucking arguing with the guy in the chat. Come on. What are we talking about here?
Fuck you and fuck your zebra.
Hey, Laser and John, how's gas prices? You enjoying that?
Puppet combo.
Audio representation of prices in America since
didn't like them, but
January 2021.
I mean, they're going back down now, which is okay.
Yeah, they're slowly going back down. For me, it's still kind of the same. But
even though they're going down, it's like when supermarkets do that bullshit where like they have a price of an item and then they start doing like special offers and deals, but they raise the price of the thing just to bring. Motherfucker, can you stop? Can you fucking take a PCR test and come back to me?
God damn it.
All right, so you know when they like they have the prices right, and they introduce like offers and deals, but they raise the price of an item over time just to bring it back down to almost what it was in the first place and call it an offer. That's currently what's kind of happening, so it's not really much of a celebration. Get it back to where it was before the pandemic, and then we can.
That's
credit
why I'm
you,
saying
Joe.
all right. Like all right, it's better than what it was like last month. Like
If the administration actually managed to get it to like pre-COVID level, that would be kind of impressive, but not really. So, until then, we're just going to keep laughing at him falling over and not being able to put jackets on and looking around and being handed a pen and countless
the one word he describes America with.
Yeah, that. But yeah, there's just so many reasons why it doesn't matter how you look at it, like politically, it doesn't matter what your views are. There is just a serious problem going on here. The amount of people I've seen, the amount of people I've seen in like comment sections and shit saying that this guy legitimately has dementia. I had a grandma or grandfather who had this, and I'd see the exact same look on the face and all this. I see so many people noticing it immediately, and it's just genuine concern. Like this is no more old dudes. Can we at least have that? Like, no more old fucking world leaders that are like over 70 years old. Like, we need to stop this old man show We need younger, fresh faces in the game. That's the real problem.
Cut it off at retirement age, at least.
That's a good idea.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, we have an age limit of like having to be 35. So like, why can't
Yeah,
it be
you
the other
start.
end around?
Why can't we have the other end? Why can't we have a bookend it on the? Yeah. What comments? All the comments are disabled on the White House YouTube channel. Man, who watches the White House YouTube channel, man? Nobody goes there. I'm talking about on all social medias. I'm talking fucking Twitter, Reddit, everywhere. And you wouldn't think Reddit, yeah, but yeah, it's true. Everywhere I've seen comments about it, I see it. People are noticing the signs, and it's not just, oh, let's poke fun at the old guy because we don't like his politics. It's like a genuine concern. Like, dude, this guy actually is going to collapse any minute now. And I saw my grandma do the same thing, etc., etc. I see the look in his face, the way he hangs the mouth open, the signs. And these people know better than I do. It's just, if it was just one person, it's like, yeah, whatever, he's just saying that. But I see so many people, it's ridiculous. But you don't need like fucking what's the fucking word? I already forgot it. Anecdotes. You don't need like a bunch of anecdotes to confirm that. I mean, you can just see it for yourself. It's self-evident. But yeah, I just think the non-biased, like middle of the road way, like not taking a political side here way of looking at it is that we just need younger, fresher faces on both sides of politics in the game. Right? We need young people to step up, because for too long these old fucking people have been ruling. We're not just talking about the last 2 elections. I'm talking about the last 2 decades. Fucking older people have had way too much fucking... Did you see like the State of the Union address? The audience? It's like a fucking retirement home audience. They're all over 60 years old. They're all a bunch of fucking old farts with the rich fucks are going to die next week, so they don't give a fuck about the future of the kids and the country. They're all going to die. We need younger people in who actually have better incentive to care about the future. I'm getting I try not to be political, but this is getting kind of political, isn't it? My bad. I'm just kind of passionate about these things, you know?
Into the glue machine.
The glue machine.
Hey, 79, you know what they say? 70 is the new 60 or whatever. So, I don't know.
What the fuck does that even mean? You're just saying numbers at this point.
Yeah, I know.
It's all a numbers game. It's all fucking...
No, I feel like most people could get behind what I'm saying, though. This is a very agreeable statement. It's not very controversial. We just need younger people getting in there. And I feel like the next 10 years or so will bring that about. We're going to start seeing some younger faces. I'm not saying who,
people will we not
but
have
I've
to worry
got
about
some
in
people.
2070? The elderly and the disabled. Because we're just going to kill them.
Kill them! Thank you.
We're just going to kill them.
God damn it. We're just gonna...
40 times 2 is 70. No, it's not. You're the fucking geriatric.
Damn, I can't math. I don't do the math. Come on, that was funny. I keep thinking of certain quotes to twist into like geriatric Duke.
My ass, the catheter. You do the math.
Next 10 years, bro, we ain't making it 3. Dude, hold out hope. We can make it, alright? I know it seems like fucking apocalyptic constantly. We're gonna make it, alright? As long as nukes aren't fired, that's all we gotta worry about. If we could just make it through the war and get to 2024, I'll tell you, the election won't be a bore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be fun, alright? Things are gonna get better. It can only get better from here.
I'm worn out here. I think I'm going to wrap it up. First of all, he
No,
said
no,
60 is
no.
the new 70, not 80. Not 80.
Oh, it's been a while since I heard that. Remember that, guys?
Oh,
remember when Laser got hit by Revenant missiles and he'd complained that the full 80 damage was being delivered? Oh,
I
throwback time.
still fucking complain about that shit.
Literally Ryan Gosling. Dude, okay, that's another topic. Fucking new personality dropped. Ken from the upcoming Barbie movie based Ken Ryan Gosling.
What?
What do you mean, what? You guys haven't heard of this? There's a fucking Barbie movie coming up, and it's got Ryan Gosling as Ken in it, and there's like fucking like behind the scenes shots and shit.
Do I care?
And everyone's because everyone's like, oh, new fucking literally me for real based personality Sigma dude just dropped.
What?
It's because it's Ryan Gosling. Every time he's casting something, everyone's on their grind. So like the new personality type.
I have some self-respect, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh fuck it! I've got the wrong audience for this. Master Bateman. Yeah, it's good. I'm sure some people in the chat know what the fuck I'm talking about. Jesus Christ. I think I still use Twitter a bit too much for my own good. That might be part of the problem. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, trust me though, you'll see there is a Barbie movie coming up, and Ryan Gosling is in it. So all the guys are going to be going there to get their Barbie on. Yeah.
I am actually fucking done here. We're definitely gonna move this over to
Yeah,
my
so
server.
everyone in the chat now who is in the lasering server, Discord server, you will now join us in the after party of the early hours, because it is the early hours here, and that is the correct time. Don't care what it is for you guys. I'm doing it for you, sticking it through
And
the night.
everyone who is not, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link in here. I'm gonna make this a bit more
Ooh,
regular.
yeah. There's a couple of people in here. Yeah, Jonas can join it, and maybe someone else
The
who might be in
fucking
the
YouTube
chat.
redirect link to Discord is too large. Put in the fucking YouTube live stream chat.
Is it like Discord?
That's not
Isn't it
too
just-
long. Oh.
Yes, discord.gg slash
The
fucking
YouTube
small-
redirect link, when you put it in your fucking YouTube like channel info and like your
Oh.
links to different like
No, go
web
to-
apps,
go
it
to-
just goes.
go to
I
the-
know.
go to
I
the
know.
server,
I'm just
yeah,
saying how it happens. You can't fucking advertise your Discord server from your YouTube link to your Discord
Puppet
server.
combo game, but the enemy is laser with funny noises and 80 damage, and he comes out of nowhere. And Vine Boom sound effect.
I just looked up this Ryan guy. His next movie after this Barbie movie is The Fall Guy. Okay.
What? What do you mean, Ryan guy? Do you not even know who Ryan Gosling is? Oh my god, you
Okay,
are
yeah,
so
that's-
many
how do
layers
you not
out
know who the
of
fucking
yeah.
Ryan Gosling is. Ryan
No, I
guy.
know.
Dude,
I just call him Ryan
Drive,
guy.
fucking Drive, Blade Runner 2049.
No, yeah,
Barbie.
I know that.
Fucking okay. Here, I'll explain it in terms you understand. GIF of dude getting angry, putting his head in his hands, freaking out, and getting up.
No, yeah,
That
I know.
guy.
About that. I know. about
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I just said Ryan guy because it's funny. I don't know. I just want to be funny. But
We're done here.
And also the gay
Fuck
man.
off.
You seen the Grey Man, a film that come out of Ryan Gosling? I keep seeing the edit where they cut out the it just says the gay man. It cracks me up every time I see it,
The
and now
joke
I
is-
can't unsee it.
the joke was I called him the Ryan guy because he's in The Fall Guy. You know, get my fuck you. No one understands.
Yeah, we're gonna kill you.
I still need to see Drive. I actually haven't seen Drive, and I've heard how good it is, and how based it is, and how good a personality his character is in it. I need to see that.
If you said done, yeah, we are done. I'm gonna move this over to my server links right there. If
It's have
anyone's
sucked
not
for the
in
first
else.
time in 8 months.
Yeah, it's
whatever it
good
was.
seeing everyone around.
Is it 8 months?
Good. It is 8 months. I'm pretty sure based on the
Wow.
announcements. So
We gave birth again.
No, it's
Yeah.
9. We were premature.
Yeah, premature.
yeah, that figures. Thank you everyone for coming by. Appreciate all the lovely comments and things to talk about. We will see you later.
Yes.
In 8 months. No, okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, knit.
It's time.